Mm.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a music.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
Better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. And you better watch your mouth now.
I am a label.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's happening, everybody?
What it do?
How you doing? How are you this
Hello.
morning?
What's good?
We already got two people in the chat. What's going on? Kenneth Hurst and Chris Pace. How y'all doing?
CCC and Coffee County checking in, right?
That's right. That's right. Look, 5A Region 1. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you so much, Chris, for liking and sharing the podcast. This is our last Wednesday podcast, weekly podcast. So next week, we go to 3 times a week, guys. Are you excited? So you can hear the mellifluousness of our voices on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday night. And the wizard will be back with us full time starting Monday. So we're all excited. Jimmy Neutron, welcome to the podcast. Sumter County checking in. Big things we expect for the Sumter County Rams this year. We expect y'all to do some great stuff. I know your first game is against Crisp County, and my buddy will be DJing on the 1s and 2s for his alma mater. Well, he went to Americas, but my buddy DJ Maurice. So y'all are gonna have a good time down there in Americas. What's going on, Daniel James? Stockbridge is in the building. Good to see you all. So what are we talking about today, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, we're gonna talk about 3A to 6A top preseason top 10 polls. I gotta have a conversation with Carver Columbus about this Max Preps top 25 poll.
And we definitely gonna mention the unfortunate situation that happened on the field in Houston County between the Houston County Bears and the Chris County Cougars, and the altercation between the coaches, which led to one coach being fired and some.
He kind of went out, but I think y'all get the gist of what he was saying. It's a really unfortunate situation that happened down there. So yes, we'll definitely talk about it and try to get some insight from the people who were actually there. Kenneth says he's ready for 3 days because he's got the football itch. I feel you. I hear you, Kenneth. I hear you. Mr. Benjamin, welcome to the podcast. He says, welcome, fam. It's almost kickoff time. Can't wait to hear you all 3 times a week. Oh, we can't wait to interact with you 3 times a week. Peace and blessings to you as well, sir. Courtney Williams checking in from Swainsboro. How you doing, Mr. Williams? Welcome, welcome, welcome tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So who got a bone to pick with who?
I don't know. I mean, Carver Columbus fan base talking crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, You know they come in a little later, but why you calling my buddies crazy?
I mean, you getting mad because Kale and Sequoia ranked top 25 in the state, but your team ain't. Your team ain't built the resume to be ranked top 25 in the state yet, but you don't want to realize, you don't want to recognize that.
There's some other stuff that you, yeah, but I get that. But here's the thing, yeah, Max Prep. First of all, I looked
It's
at
Max
that.
Preps.
It's Max Preps. You really can't take. It's just too big of an outfit to really take their rankings seriously, especially their preseason rankings. I think they just piss in the wind and see which way it goes. You know, they just throw something at the wall and see if it's going to stick. Because if you delve deeper into their rankings, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then the fact that Carver is a 2A school, you'll never see them in the Max Preps top 25. You might see a 3A school steep in, and then even then, it's rare that they'll even be in the top 10. So
Can you hear me now, sweetie? Not to interrupt you, but
yes.
Thurston and I was kind of talking about this in the backstage, and I made a valid point. Actually, Cedar Grove is the only 3A school I've ever seen in the Max Prep Top 25. I had this talk with my Perry guys, because you know that's who I'm always arguing with. At one time, I went down Max Prep and looked. All the championships Peach County was winning or playing.
Well, you don't stop moving around and stay stationary.
What is he doing? Where he going? Like
Either that or he keep getting phone calls.
He getting phone calls, or he trying to he getting in trouble, and he don't want nobody to know. It's something.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All I was saying was Peach County was dominant for a long time, winning state championships and everything. They never been lower than 30 something in Max Prep rankings. So Cedar Grove is the only team I've seen with a 3A ranking or lower that they was putting in those kind of rankings.
Yeah.
But the only reason Cedar Grove was there was because of the non-region schedule that they was playing. That's the only reason why they were there.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, because what I'm trying to get, Carl, and this is for any team in Georgia, 3A and below, right? You create a dominant run. If you're not 4A and above, it's not going to get recognized by Max Preps, already established. But 3A and below, you're making a dominant run. You have to step outside of your comfort zone and play. If you're going to stay in state, play some of those in state top 25 schools. You win, you win. You lose, you lose. But that's what's going to give you recognition with an organization like Max Preps. That's the only way you're going to get recognition with Max Prep. Now, once you get recognition with Max Preps, then you start getting recognition from everybody else. Massey, Cal Preps, so on down the line. Sports Illustrated. That's where you're going to start getting that national recognition when you're playing those top 25s within state. So here's my thing for Carver Columbus. You want to prove yourself? Make it into the top 25. Go across the board and play two teams in Alabama that's national ranked.
Yeah, you might make the top 25, but ultimately, at the end of the day, what Max Preps says doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what any of these polls say, because it's a true competition on the field. And so, I've always said what matters is who's holding up the trophy at the end of the year. That's
You're right.
I would love to see Central and Carver, get on that field and play against each other. They right across the river from each other. Both of them have been dominant the last couple of years. I would love to see that matchup. That would definitely get them some recognition.
Agreed.
Man, I think it's a good matchup for them. It's not going to affect them anyway in the power rankings. It
True.
won't affect you. It won't affect you in the power ranking because it's a non-GHSA game. That's number one. Number two, it's gonna be a measuring stick game for you. And then three, it's gonna help you in region play and going into the playoff. I mean, hell, they don't want to go across the border. Douglas County ain't far from them, right?
Douglas County.
No, I'm sorry, not Douglas County. Carrollton. Carrollton ain't far from them, right?
What about
Nah,
an hour?
make the bus ride. Get a payday at the same. Take a butt whooping and get a payday at the same time. Your coach gonna be in the locker room. Show me my money.
Hmm. What's going on? Okay, Mr. Hurst says, Carver, go prove yourself on the field. Mr. McDaniel says, what's up? How y'all doing? Hope all is well. You watching from Jacksonville Beach. I'm assuming you're on vacation, Mr. McDaniel, and I hope you are enjoying yourself and relaxing. Thank you for checking in with us. Coffee County Trojan. How you doing, Pierce County Bear, Barry Van? Good to see you. Mr. Benjamin says, that's why you all have the best high school on the radio. You're more hands-on to me with the teams. Thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin. We really do appreciate you.
Appreciate that, Mr. Benjamin.
We
Thank
thank
you,
you so
sir.
much. And tell a friend and tell a friend. Mr. Evans says, is checking in from Worth County. Welcome. What's going on, Mr. Murphy? Bulldog checking in from Thomasville. Bear says you need to get Carver out of 2A. It's real simple. And I know there's a lot behind that statement. Collins also says that Bainbridge proved rankings aren't the end all be all after finishing 5-5 and winning state. Yes, I remember that quite well. That was the 2018 year. Jason Pike, welcome to the podcast, Mr. Pike. He says Callaway plays Opelika every year. They sure do. I remember that. I remember when they played Opelika last year. I can't remember if they won or not. I think they lost because I think Callaway started off the season like 0-2 or 0-3, but they had a really, really tough schedule. And I think Opelika, it just let me know. I think Opelika is one of those tough teams in Alabama. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thirsty.
You know what? I'm gonna save my comment for when they come. I'm gonna write this comment down and I'm gonna save it for when them Carver Columbus fans come on.
Oh Lord. Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save my comment for later.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
It's no problem because I know there's going to be some
Some bull sugar.
yep, some bull sugar. Definitely.
Might have to bring him on just to talk to him because I know he's gonna get tired of typing.
Oh Lord, I'm scared of what you're gonna say, but that's all right. Did we talk about the rankings last week? What rankings we got?
Private through 2A. This week we're gonna talk about 3A through 6A.
Okay, all right.
That's gonna be in the 8 o'clock. Yeah, somewhere in the 8 o'clock hour. We're gonna get on that.
Okay. We're gonna see what they think about. We're gonna see what they think about that. I was waiting on some Chris County people and some we don't have a whole bunch of HOCO people. I was waiting for them to get in here so we could kind of talk about what happened there because they were there and they could give us a bit more insight because I know a lot of people weren't there. And I didn't see I got the video, but I didn't pay attention to it. I was doing something, so I ain't finished.
Okay, you know what? I wasn't gonna do this.
Oh God.
I'm gonna go ahead and put myself out there. Hold on, let me go check my supplies real fast.
You scare me when you do that.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. Hold on. Yep, I got plenty of supplies for the night. Okay.
Oh, geez.
So last week, you speak of North Side and Chris County.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it dawned on and
HOCO.
Poco, Poco, and Houston County and Chris County. Well, light bulb went off in my head. I'm gonna go ahead and speak on last week's scrimmage game that I attended.
Okay.
So, City Grove played Carver of Atlanta at Grady Stadium, Henderson Stadium, whatever it's called these days, Midtown Stadium. I don't know. Shit, they keep changing the names of schools. Yeah.
Okay.
And in the organized practice we had, we lost 35-0, which I'm cool with. Because after speaking with the coach the next day, coach said, yeah, I pulled the starters in after the first quarter. Okay, cool. Why? I gotta find depth. I gotta find some more people that gonna play or that want to play. Okay, I understand that. It makes sense now. Because that's what it looked like anyway from the stands. I just had to confirm it from the coach. So with that 35-0 organized practice loss, the only thing I expect is one, what you need to fix with your ones is fixed next week because you've had 2 weeks to fix it. That's why I prefer for people to do their organized practices 2 weeks prior to the beginning of the season, right? Gives you 2 weeks to work on it, on what you need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm content with what he did as long as I see progress in week 1 when we play Friday afternoon or Friday night.
Bull sugar.
Hmm.
Bull sugar. I call
It
it. I
ain't,
call it now.
it ain't
Okay.
bullshit. It ain't bullshit.
First off, bro, let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get the story behind the Hoko and the Cordeal. It's totally different than just a scrimmage game.
No. The reason I'm saying it because we're waiting for one of them two fan bases to show up so they can talk on it.
Uh-huh. But
I'm just waiting for Arizona to show up.
if you content with a 35-0 game, even in a controlled practice, bro, not Cedar
Mm-hmm.
Grove. Not Cedar Grove, bro. Now, with that being said,
Uh-huh.
my team lost 40-28.
Mm-hmm.
It was 21-13 at halftime, and then our starters didn't play. I mean, no starter played after that. So
Mm-hmm.
I can say I'm content with that because I saw a lot of mistakes that we made and need to correct. I can say that we should have been up 40-7, but
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't the case. But I'm still okay with a 21-13 victory between our ones. Now, if we go out there and we put up 0 points, I don't care what the situation would have been. I don't see how
Mm-hmm.
you pleased with that, bro, at all.
I'm pleased with it. I'm content with it because what I saw in the first quarter, I know it's gonna be a good product that's gonna be put on the field next week.
Hold on 1 second. I got my dog
But
on here with me.
I
I
was
got my
about to
dog
say
on
that.
here with me. Tell me one
Podcast.
thing, bro. Do that
Hold
man
on,
have
hold on.
any?
He needs an introduction. Guys, for those of you all who are asking for the Mexican feller, guess who has graced our presence? None other than Pedro.
Bro,
Hey,
bro,
Dro.
What's happening?
Joe,
What's
address
going
this man.
on? What's up, people?
Address this man talking about he pleased with a 35-0 preseason scrimmage game against Carver, Atlanta.
Check
Organized
this out,
practice.
bro.
organized
I
practice.
couldn't get in the
Organized
house.
practice.
I couldn't get in the house fast enough and get on. You know what I'm saying? After I heard that bull crap, man. Listen, I bet you if they had won, he wouldn't have called it an organized practice. He wouldn't have called it that. That's number one. Number
What
two,
my headline say? What my headline
35-0
say?
is 35-0. Oh, I take that. I take that. You lost to your little
Mm-hmm.
All
brothers.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just take it.
I
Just
lost
take
what?
it. Now,
We lost
with
to who?
that said,
You lost to your little brother.
that's
Okay.
oh, am I breaking up, y'all?
Mm-mm.
Am I breaking up?
No.
No, it was me. I had just lost I had lost the end of that comment. I'm good now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, just eat crow. At least it
On
don't go
what?
down in the record books or nothing like that. But 35-0 is 35-0. Now, does that mean that y'all season is doomed? Of course not. Of course not. Because what really matters is when the games count.
What
But
kind you got?
you can't tell Carver Atlanta that, because I
Did you get my
guarantee you
phone? What are
that's bragging rights for them.
they?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. It bragging rights for 'em. But my thing is, what I saw in the first quarter, I know what we got to. Well, me and Coach talked about it, where he got to make some adjustments at on defense, particularly in the secondary. All right, I'm cool with that. Offensive wise, he knows he has a player that he got to make a decision about. Either he gonna go one way, or if he going both ways, then he got to find a backup for him. Because the backup he got for our running back right now ain't it. So he got to figure out what he's gonna do with our running back. Either you gonna let our running back play both ways, and you find you some depth at running back that's quality, or you let that guy go one way and let him focus on running back
Hey, Joe.
and pound the rock.
Joe, my sister,
Yeah.
is it just me or is this man really tipping his cap? This man ain't never put his kids out there in the street. This man sitting here telling all City Grove business. That man ain't never did that, man.
Dude, it's the same thing I told y'all
Nah,
last. We was in the same dude. We was in the same situation last year at running back. We
Bruh.
had Zeus at running back, and they kept playing Zeus on defense,
Hey,
and they waited till about game 4 to put him at running back.
bro, we talked about that stuff back room, bro. You live on air with your children in the street, bro. You ain't never did that, man.
I'm talking about one position.
That shows a
sound like
sense of urgency, man. Y'all, it's a sense of
No,
urgency over there.
no, it's not a sense of urgency because my thing is one. Y'all already know I've accepted City Grove fate for the year. I've already done that for the simple fact we got a first year coach from the outside that came in. That's number one. Number two, everybody know we lost all the daggone D1 players transferred. So, and then we lost a lot of middle school kids to Southwest Cab, which Southwest Cab ended up losing them once. One of the coaches over there left. But um, everybody knows the situation in Ellenwood.
so
It's no secret. It's no secret.
can I
So,
interject right quick before you finish?
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, he'll come back. Let me read a couple of comments. What's going on, Mo? How you doing? Welcome in. Let me read these comments
Hey, Mo.
before they get backed up. Mr.
How y'all
Watkins,
doing?
we good. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Watkins. 2 days till Doherty's scrimmage game, and you all are playing the Thomasville Bulldogs.
Come on, get this work.
I was just gonna say, my sister about to tell y'all to come get this work. What's going on, Mr. Conte? Good to see you last Friday. Evan Reese, welcome to the podcast. He says, "Go Roswell Hornets." Hope we are talking about the 5A preseason rankings today. Yes, sir, Mr. Reese. We will be talking about it. Everybody is glad to see Dro back. What's going on, Ebony? How you doing? It's that season. It surely is. What's going on, nephew Marquise? Um, Barrett says, Mike, it's time to kiss the baby, sir. It's
It's time
time
to
to kiss
kiss the
the
baby.
baby. Yeah, it's time.
I'm gonna kiss the babies when the season gets started.
Hey, excuse me, everybody. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I'm having connection issues out here, but I wanted to ask this question.
Go ahead.
Are you conceding to the fact that the Lego set is not strong or the Lego set has fallen apart? Is that what you're telling us?
What I'm conceding to is the Lego set is what we're not used to.
In recent years.
Yeah, that's what I'm conceding to. The Lego set is not what we're used to.
Okay.
As
So,
as of right now.
got you.
But
So,
that's gonna change though.
it's still moving season. So let me ask you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
The U-Haul business is still going good.
it's booming. Business is good, huh? So let
Yeah.
me ask the listeners, what about those of you who have had scrimmage games this past week? Are you content with what you saw out of your starters, or is it like Mike? You know, you might not have scored a whole bunch of points, but you understood that your coach was trying to plug in and see where his depth is. I mean, are you
Oh, sugar.
It ain't bullshit. So why go into the season with injury? So I understood that. It makes sense, bro.
okay?
That's the
So
main
yeah,
thing. You want to go into the season healthy with no injury. So why play your starters 3 quarters? It makes no sense right now because we already know who our starters is. So therefore, we need to find backups to them starters. Give them some quality reps to see how they
Let me
doing
just ask you
and
this,
how they
bro.
gonna react.
Let me ask you
Okay.
this. 2 years ago, y'all won the championship, right?
Yep.
Y'all had a scrimmage game that year, right?
Hold on. After the fact, after the season, going on that following spring,
That same season. I think it was Decatur. I may be wrong on here, but maybe Joe or you, somebody can help me on. I think it was Decatur you scrimmaged the year you won the championship.
it was Buford.
I
We
think
scrimmaged Buford. I think it was Buford. I think that year you
No,
talking about we
Buford.
scrimmaged Buford.
no, bro. 2 years ago you scrimmaged Decatur. Buford was a couple of years before that. But the point I'm trying to make
Okay.
is
I don't know.
you weren't worried about injuries then when your starters played for 2.5 quarters. Why
You're
Because we
why
right.
had
you so
depth.
why you so
Because we had
focused on injuries now?
no, because we had depth back then.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dude,
I
look
get
at
what
the
you're
size.
saying, man.
What was the size of the size of our roster back then was a good 75. We're not at those numbers right now.
Mm.
We're not at them same numbers. We
What the
don't have
rest
the
of them
same
at?
roster size.
What the rest of them at? Stockbridge?
No, no. Let me see.
what a
Stop.
peasant.
Hold on. Let me tell you. Stockbridge, Southwest, McKeechin,
Douglas County.
Douglas County. Yeah, but they all over the state.
Well,
They scattered all over the state.
I get that dope ain't good no more.
It's a little step though.
Okay, okay.
After last year, it's a little step down.
They brewing a new batch. That what you saying?
Yep, we got a new connect. We got a new plug. We got a new
Hey,
plug now.
It
the
ain't
person that
pure.
was whipping up over there, his wrist broke. They had to get a new whipper.
Mhm.
It ain't that blue magic for sure.
But I tell you what though. Hey, I tell you what though. And y'all finna hate them. Y'all still welcome to come to Ellenwood to get baptized in the water.
Oh God. Anyway, what's going on, Danny? The greatest high school football podcast ever team ever assembled. Thank you so much, Danny. We appreciate that. What's going on? Zohil, big crisp in the building. That's what you were trying to type. Barry says, so Mike, y'all not used to homegrown players asking for a friend. No, they
Neither is
not.
nobody. Neither is nobody down in that area.
Okay. So Daniel James says, I don't have a problem with Stockbridge not being ranked because we had a bunch of young guys playing last year. But don't be surprised if they're still playing after Thanksgiving. Okay. What's going on, Mr. McKelvin? How you doing? I know y'all are expecting big things out of Ware County. I'm gonna be interested in that region for sure, especially when y'all play Benedictine. What's going on?
And Perry.
Oh yeah. I think I know how that one's gonna go. What's going on, Jamie? How are you doing? Chris is in here. I'm glad the Chris County people are in here because we want to get your perspective on what happened on Friday night. Alvin says Cedar Grove owes Peach a couple of prospects.
I know that's right.
Daniel
That
says
was a good one.
he said leave Stockbridge out of this. And Willie T. Thomas, welcome to the podcast, sir. He says, what up? Another great season is upon us. Yes, we are all excited. We're all excited. So, do you want to go into or kind of let the listeners know about what you saw on your timeline with regard to Hoco and Chris County? Because it wasn't on mine. So
Yeah. And I thought I sent the video. I should have put it in the
you
group
saying that I
chat.
didn't get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, I was just saying for everybody on the panel to watch it because I watched the video and what I saw was a melee, which happens just about every Friday night. Kids getting into it on the football field. and I saw a coach who didn't rush over or
I tell you, every time it get good, don't it?
I don't know what's wrong with
Yeah,
y'all.
I thought it was me. So it is something. Okay.
what now? What now? Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Yep.
we can hear you.
So
Sit
Yeah.
your
what
ass
happened?
down somewhere, sir. Just stay
So
still.
it's not that my phone, it just screen closed, and that's when I started having issues. But what I was saying is, the kids got into it on the field. The coach wasn't in like a sense of urgency to run out there. He was taking his time to get out there, like any normal coach would. Kind of jogged out there. Went to the side of the pile where all the kids was gathered at with whatever fight was going on. Went into the pile and then started to be irate. So, which the story lies that he went out to break up the fight, which that would indicate by how he casually walked out there, and the N word was used. A derogatory slang was used towards him, and that's when he went irate towards another coach. Now, I wasn't there. I wasn't in the huddle. I was not even in the presence of Veterans Stadium to know exactly what happened. But what I will say is video evidence kind of show that what this coach said happened seemed like that's what happened. And if that's the case, Cordell, Georgia, y'all got some explaining to do, because I don't blame that guy. I don't blame that coach for going to that extent where you out there on that field, you come across there to try to stop your kids from fighting, and another coach on the opposing sideline use a derogatory word like that and being the N word. I probably would have lost all my religion also. So if anybody do know more about the situation, maybe you all can comment and let us know exactly what went down and how it went. But that's what I saw. Shout out Al Hill for sending me the video. I appreciate it, twin, and that's what it looked like to me.
I saw it on my timeline, but now hearing it, I'm kind of confused. So the Holco coach is the one that was using derogatory term.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the Chris County coach has been fired by the Chris County Board of Education school system, or whatever the situation may be, because I guess they saying his conduct on the field. But again, they got some explaining to do. If this guy was called out his name with that derogatory slur term, I don't blame him in no kind of way for the extent that he took it.
Was he a position coach or something?
He was a position coach. From what I actually talked to Al to try to get in contact with the coach to see if we can get his side of the story and get an in-depth on it. I also made an attempt to Holco to try to see if I can get someone that can tell their side of it. But everything has been quiet and hush-hush on it since Monday when it first broke. So I hadn't heard too much about it. But it was a community coach from what I'm hearing, and he's been let go from Chris County.
Jamie says it was a DB coach.
Okay. Wow,
And,
this was the first I'm hearing about this. That's crazy.
and Alvin said something that he said this ain't new for Holco. Like you say, we're not here. We were not there. However, there is a reputation there. Now, I'm not saying I don't know, because I have not witnessed it firsthand, but I've seen videos. As you all know, what happened with the baseball team last year, but there have always been rumblings surrounding Holco and things that have been said and things that are allowed and that are done there. Now, this is just third-hand information, so you have to take what I say with a grain of salt. But I will say that there is a reputation there. So it's not far-fetched to think that what was alleged actually did happen. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
There's no place for that.
At all.
That's crazy.
No place for it, but they'll make it acceptable and allow people to get away with it, which is why it's continuing to happen.
Yeah, when you got no repercussions for any kind of actions, what's to stop you? What's to stop you?
Nothing.
But let the shoe have been on the other foot.
My Lord. And I read a bunch of comments. Again, like Jess said, it's a bunch of he say, she say. I guess nobody really knows what happened, but the people that was in the pile and may have heard or overheard. But everybody's trying to say this coach, because of a hit, he ran out there and jumped into a student face because he hit the Chris County guy so hard, is what the Hoco fans were saying. None of that showed in the video. Like, no parts of that. So if you condoning that type of behavior because it's your school or your child is on that, you need to reevaluate your train of thought.
Part of the problem.
Anywhere. Hoco, Peach County. I love Peach County, bleed that black and gold through and through. And as a Peach County fan, I wouldn't tolerate nothing like that going on from my school. Nothing.
Zoe says it's crazy how Hoco's coach still has his job and Chris County doesn't. So another coach was involved too.
That's who it was between the coaches. The coach, and he ran at the coach to get in his face. But what they're saying is the coach that used this term, he's still employed.
I mean, okay, let me ask you a question. On the field, so I'm assuming it happened on the field. So did anybody else hear him say it?
Good question. That's the point that I've been saying, Dro. I guess that's all the people who was out there, because you know, if in order for him to hear it, everybody in that pile had to hear it. So I don't know. That's why I wanted to reach out to the coach. I didn't reach out to Chris County for any comments, but I did reach out to Hoco. I wanted to kind of get a whole back story on this to see what exactly went on before we went on air and kind of, throw it out what we're doing now pretty much. We're just saying allegedly this and what's this, but, somebody had to hear it if it was said. But like I said, from what I've gathered off of his story and what these other fans and stuff was saying via social media, it don't add up from the Hoco side, and it do seem to be exactly what the coach from Cordele, Georgia said.
Okay, here's my next question. The coach from Hoco who allegedly used the racial slur, what was he a position coach or what?
Yeah, he's a position coach also.
Okay.
Because the head coach ain't going out there on that field when that melee and stuff jump off like that. You're gonna know 9 times out of 10 see your position coaches going out there to kind of stop that and break it up.
Right.
So I'll put the video in the chat, bro. We all can make a determination on ourselves on what you think. But again, just by me hearing the story, reading comments on social media, seeing the video myself, it seems like everything the coach from Cordele said got to be true.
Okay.
It's something that basically what I'm saying is if he jogged out there on that field to kind of stop the melee, and then for him to just go whack and berserk like trying to get to somebody, something had to be said. That's all.
You don't just go from 0 to 1,000.
You didn't sprint out there ready to take somebody's head off by the fight and all of this stuff where Hoco is a legend. You saw none of that. You saw just a calm coach doing what normal coaches do on every Friday night when something like this take place. And then you saw the 0 to 60, like Jess said. Something had to be said or occurred to make him go there.
Okay, and I agree with that. Now here's my next question. Now I know you not next question, well, I guess, but I know you mentioned that Chris has some explaining to do for terminating that coach. What would have been the appropriate remedy from your viewpoint?
I can actually see some kind of
Suspension.
Yeah, suspension maybe. I think a punishment is well needed. But
verbal
again,
reprimand or something. Yeah.
because my thing is this: I'm a Trojan fan. I'm an appliance technician. I fix appliances all day. But guess what? I'm a man first. And I don't think my job, none of that means anything with the blatant disrespect of having someone call you that face to face for no alleged for no reason because you're out there trying to prevent something and you get called that. I mean I understand you might want to reprimand him some kind of way, but to let him go and say he can't coach anymore, I don't think that was fair to him.
Right.
Yeah, I don't either. I really don't. What's going on, Elmo? Alvin said, "Well said, home team." Daniel James said, "This is crazy. Kind of reminds me of what happened in that Newton versus Milton preseason game last year." That's right. Something similar did happen then. I can't remember exactly what happened. I think the coach from Newton was let go as well. Barry says so Hoko can keep his job for using racial terms. Well, Barry, I mean, it's two different school systems, so they're autonomous. So how Houston County handles their employees is different than how Chris County would handle their employees. And like I said, it's just is conjecture. However, there is a reputation there that this is not the first time that it's happened at Houston County. But Zoe says, it's gonna be a bunch of he say, she say, but if you look at the video, Hoko's coach was the aggressor. Brian says it's 2025. Let's not let it die down, especially when I keep hearing and seeing Hoko has a rep of this. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Good
That's
point.
why I agree. And this is why I want somebody from Hoko to be on here. So I don't want it to seem like we just piling on Hoko and just calling them out of their name. I wish somebody was here so that they could kind of talk about it. What's going on, Miss Rodriguez? Welcome to the podcast, Thomas County Central fan. She says, I agree with y'all. A person doesn't just go from 0 to 60 unless something was said or done. Evan Reese, he's our fan from Roswell. Mr. Reese, did you do your assignment last week and invite some of your other Roswell friends here? Because we are going to talk about the 5A preseason poll in just a minute. He said this type of stuff is why I stay my butt in Metro Atlanta. Not saying it doesn't happen here, but it's not as bad. It happened in Newton versus Milton last year, though. I mean,
yeah, it happens a lot. You'll be surprised.
So
I get what you're saying, Mr. Reese. Go ahead,
to interject really quick, because Yo did mention that the coach went irate. And then he also went on to say that he feels like some sort of punishment should come from it. So with that being said, I think my question is define irate, because of course I haven't seen the video yet, but did he react and continue to react until like was he belligerent, uncontrollable? Because in order, like, firing someone is a harsh punishment, especially if there was nothing else considered. You just went straight for termination. So they could possibly base the termination off of his complete reaction altogether.
Mm-hmm. Y'all can check the chat whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
It's in there now. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see the video. Yo saw it. It's about 48 seconds long. So
I'll check it out in a minute.
And that's another question. Okay, so
Real quick before you moved on, I just want to touch on what Shakira said. My thing is, I remember I talk to my cousin and she would say something like this: you can't do something to someone and then determine what their reaction should be.
Oh, you listen
Agreed.
to me. You listen to me.
Okay, you know what I mean? So if it could have been another coach, another black coach who could have walked out there on that field. He could have been called the N-word, and he could have probably just, okay, I'm gonna report this to your AD or something like that. He could have handled it in a totally different way. But you have no idea of what that meant for this particular coach to be called that on that field in front of his guys and all of that. Like you never know where that took him. So again, I can understand because you are a role model figure as a coach in a school system. So I can understand some kind of punishment, but to have this guy lose his job, which he's really defending himself, is what I can't. That's where I think Cordell dropped the ball at.
Yeah, I mean, for people who have never experienced it, experiencing racism is hurtful. It really is. And I'm speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been years, but I mean, by law enforcement in the past, I've encountered it. You know what I'm saying? I've encountered it on jobs in the past. You know what I'm saying? Where I stood up for myself, but I ultimately paid the price, even though I was the one done wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I get where yo is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a suspension probably could have been warranted, but to terminate his employment, you know what I'm saying? That it seems right now to be, you know, a bit of a stretch to do that to him.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, they don't have to be from Roswell, Mr. Reese. Um, just whatever friends you got that enjoy high school football. Just tell us about it. Tell them about the show and invite your friends. I'm interested. You were their camp counselor. Okay, okay. Well, I'm glad you. I know they appreciate you, um, sir. I know they appreciate you. But did you all see? Did you go into the video? Um,
Oh, let me look. Let me check it out right quick. Let me see.
yeah. I put it in the thing, but yeah. So tonight, um, we are talking about 3A through 6A
Yes.
preseason. It is the 8 o'clock hour, so it's about that time.
No, it's
Um,
about that time already.
it's 8 o'clock, sir. Is there
You
something else that you'd
know
like
they
to
say
share?
time don't stand still when you having a good time. So
Yeah,
I know it. I'm like, man, it's 8 o'clock already.
yeah,
Man, the dialogue, the conversation, the discussions were getting good.
it was, wasn't it?
It was. So we're gonna do it like this. There we go. I don't know what's going on with folks. What's going on with everybody connection tonight?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm like, is it the atmosphere, the summer, the I don't know what it is, you know. But I
You
know
know what?
my connection struggled during the summertime.
It's the solar flares that got shot off today from the sun towards the earth. That's what it is. That's what we're gonna blame it on.
And you've been mighty quiet for the last few minutes, so I'm thinking you done got in your supplies.
He
Oh
probably
yeah,
You
had
better
on.
know it.
man. I done got into my supplies, and I was over here working on something else,
Yeah,
on something that.
you talking about solar planes and all that kind of stuff. I knew you was into something.
Yeah, it was. Me and Yo had a conversation backstage before the show got started. So I was trying to get this graphic together, but it's gonna come up later
Okay. So all
after we get
right.
done with this.
Okay, let me read what Ms. Rodriguez said real quick, and then we're gonna get into this 3A poll. Miss Rodriguez says, not necessarily Holco, but when my daughter was younger playing soccer up there in one of Robins, we had a situation with some parents on the sideline saying racist remarks toward her and some of her teammates. I really wish people would treat others with respect. No one deserves to be disrespected because of the color of their skin. I agree, Miss Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Good
But
comment, Miss Rodriguez.
Great comment, and I will say I'm not surprised.
I
Unfortunately,
just my thing is the only thing I want to say on this topic is based off of the world, the state of America, the leadership that we have in America right now. Can you expect anything less?
mm-mm. I mean,
and I tell you, I add to that. Racism is taught. You're not born a racist. It's taught.
it says I buy a boat. Yeah,
True.
Most definitely.
I agree. So,
3A poll is up.
does anybody have anything to say about the 3A poll?
Well, I'm seeing Heather's comment. Okay, there it is. Now I can see it. I'm just surprised that a certain team is not in the top 10, but hey, it is what it is, I guess.
What team, Joe?
What team? Yeah. What team, Joe?
The house bill team.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh
don't see
shit.
them.
Ain't no need for them to be in the poll. It's a waste of time. They to put them in the poll right now.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Say that
but
again.
Bro, it's the same thing I said last year.
Hmm.
It's a waste of time to put Cedar Grove in a poll right now. Now, next year is going to be a different conversation.
okay, so since we're talking about that, to the point that when we were talking about earlier earlier in the program when we were talking about the Max Preps rankings, and I should have asked you earlier because I'm doing this approval point. Y'all see this 3A poll, correct?
Right.
Thirsty. If you could
Yes.
pull up the 3A rankings according to Max Preps. If if you do
You
that,
really want that right now?
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead
Okay.
and do it, Thirsty.
This is about to
Okay.
get
I
messy.
want you to pull up.
Oh, man, this is about to be funny. No problem. It's coming up right now because this is going to. I wish we would have did this with 2A after the conversation that went down this past week
I mean,
with
we
Carver
over there.
Columbus. I wish it could have went down this week. Okay. So that's our poll on the left hand side.
Right.
Okay, hold on. Let me hit apply. Uh, the screen. Hold on.
Well,
Let me change the way.
while you
Hold on. Let me
getting
change the
that
way I got my
together,
screen set up.
all right. While you getting that together, Carver had the scrimmage lead this week, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow. I think it's Friday or Saturday. One of them.
It's
Okay.
It's
Friday.
Friday.
How do y'all think that scrimmage gonna turn out?
Um,
Mm,
my concern is depth. I don't think that Carter's going to get blown out, but
Hold on, Jess, you being drowned out. Hold on.
okay.
I hear something drowning. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jess.
My only concern is I think Carver can hang with Lee County for a little bit. I think, they have the talent to compete for a little while. I think depth is ultimately gonna play a factor.
Okay.
That's just me. I don't know. So on the right hand side, do
Can
you
you
all
maximize that Thursday? Can you make it bigger? The
Oh,
max
oh,
prep.
Max Prep's Max Prep got some bad juju going on here. There you go. Top 10 Max Prep. I don't know why
number
they did. I don't
for
know why
those
they did this.
so for those of you who can't read it, I'm gonna read it for you. Number
Yeah.
one is Jefferson. Number two is Sandy Creek. Number three, Calvary Day, but they don't differentiate between the private, so that's that. Number four is Calhoun. And rounding out the top five is Cedar Grove. Number six, Stevenson. Number seven, LaGrange. Number eight, Troup County. Number nine, Oconee County. And number 10, Bainbridge.
And just so y'all know, since we're gonna take Calvary Day out, number 11,
Spalding.
Spalding,
And number 12 is none other than who?
Monroe area.
Monroe area. So now,
So this
let's
prompts a question. I'm sorry, Jess. I just had one question before I forget. Why didn't Troop qualify for our poll?
We just they gotta prove themselves at the end of the day.
they didn't have they lost a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
they
see
gotta prove themselves.
this is
yeah,
my
you
point.
look at that top 10. I don't see Troop on a neutral field be not one of those teams that listed in our top 10.
even Douglas Atlanta.
Oh yeah, Douglas gonna beat Cedar Grove. Douglas gonna fight for their region.
But my point is people are getting up in arms about that Max Prep 25, but this, and I'm not saying that their top 25 is far fetched, because it's not far fetched considering. But if you look at stuff like this, it just tells you that Max Preps, to me, what it says is Max Preps is too big of an entity to make a legitimate preseason ranking. Now, once games start getting played, yeah, they can do it. But right now, you can't really pay attention to what Max Preps is doing. And there is absolutely positively no need to get up in arms because you're not in their top 25, because clearly they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Well, Jess,
Just
let me
That's the
ask you
bottom
that.
line.
Let me ask you this question: is it possible that they didn't rank Peach County in their top 10 because of they don't know, what the quarterback position gonna look like?
Joe, I'm gonna
Because
stop you.
because
I'm gonna
everywhere else,
stop.
Peach County is stacked.
I'm finna stop both of y'all right there. Read the highlighted stuff on the screen.
The rankings are composed of the top teams across the country and are chosen by our experts, writers, and staff. You can go back. Some of the rankings include head-to-head matchups, talent on a roster, program history, strength of schedule, win-loss record. Our in-house rankings experts are the best of the best with many years of experience and are always locked into whatever sport they specialize in. But here's the thing. You got
That should
Bengals
tell
in the
you right
top
there.
10.
No, this is what I'm getting at. This is what I'm getting at. Factors for their rankings. One, head-to-head matchups. You might well stop right there. If you're not playing higher classification schools, it's hard for you to get in there. Talent on the roster is BS because everybody in the state of Georgia does not maintain their rosters. Program history. That is a big weight put on the scale for a lot of teams.
Where they
That does not, hold on, listen to me. That program history is a lot of weight put on the scale that does not that does not completely identify or tell you the story for the team of the current year, because you're looking at past performance. As Yo has said before, good classes come through, good classes graduate, programs fall back.
that's true.
Strength of schedule. Now, strength of schedule, yes, I totally agree with strength of schedule, which goes back to head matchups. Are you playing some of the blue collar teams throughout the state or throughout neighboring states? Win loss records, I think that goes back over program. I think they got that in program history combined, which is misleading.
Yes,
Both
because Rambers is in the
program
top
with
10, and they wouldn't let
program
it go.
history. Yeah, because it's no way that Cedar Grove should be ranked number 5 in any poll. I'm sorry, as a Cedar Grove fan, I can honestly sit up here and say there's no reason for Cedar Grove to be ranked number 5 on this Max Preps poll
Well, they're
at
doing
all.
that because of the name. That's why they got them ranked that high.
Which is why, I mean,
Program history.
That's what I mean. The program history, the name. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah.
Okay, now hold on.
Hmm.
First off, I'm just gonna say this: it's Wednesday. Kids should be doing their homework. So Max Prep ranking is bullshit. That's bottom
yeah,
line. I ain't no way of trying to dress that up. That's bullshit. That's number
Thank you.
one.
We
Number
know that.
two, if you're gonna say Cedar Grove's program history, and I know Mike, I'm not going at you because you did admit y'all shouldn't be 5 on this poll. If you're gonna say program history, I'm not saying this because I'm a Peach County fan. We're talking truth. Tell me a program in the state of Georgia that had a history as rich as Peach County. And what I
Okay.
say about what I mean by that, we're talking about damn near 40 years of
Uh-uh.
playoff run.
Okay. Here's the thing. When you speak of program history, you gotta reduce it. For me, I personally think that Max Prep is looking at a 10-year period. I honestly think Max Prep is looking at a 10-year
Oh, how
period.
convenient! How convenient!
No,
You gotta
no, no, no,
reduce it
no,
to
no.
10
Hold on,
years.
hold on, Joe. Hold on, Joe. Listen to me. Not only does that apply to Cedar Grove, that applies to Jefferson, that applies to Sandy Creek, it applies to Calvary Day, it applies to Calhoun, it applies to Troop and LaGrange on this current ranking for Max Preps and Oconee
Okay.
County. So that's
Okay.
why
Well,
I
I'm
say,
glad you
let's be
said that, bro.
real.
I'm
It's a
glad you
10-year.
said that.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm glad Stevenson, LaGrange, Troop County, Oconee County, all of them are ranked ahead of Peach County. I'm just using them as an example. Not because I'm
Mhm,
focusing on Peach County. I can use other schools, but this is just what we're talking about. 10
mhm.
years, that's 2014 to now. Peach County has had 2 state championship appearances, which one was completely snatched away from them. Tell me those teams I just named. And Peach County was a favorite, ranked #1 in the state last year. Tell me which one of those schools I just named can hold that resume up against that.
I mean,
Calhoun, because
Oconee County,
No, I didn't
when they
call
went,
Calhoun,
Calhoun.
because
I
they
didn't.
snatched it from
I
you.
didn't.
Because they
I
snatched it
didn't
from you.
call Calhoun's name, bruh.
No,
I
I
didn't
know
call
you didn't,
Calhoun.
but you said which team can. Calhoun, because they snatched it from you. They beat you.
No, bruh. I named some teams that they had. I said LaGrange, Stevenson, Oconee County, Troop
No, I'm
County.
going specific to your question. In the last 10 years, when it came down to Peach County, and who on this schedule, Peach County in the last 10 years had 2 state playoff appearances, right? That's what you said, right?
state
Yes.
championship game appearance.
State, yeah, 2 championship appearances. All right, you lost one. Look, you lost one to Calhoun, and you came back and you lost one to City Grove. Back to back. You went back to back in 17 and 8 in 17 and 18. You lost to Calhoun 17, you lost to City Grove in 18.
So
Both
what
teams are
point
ranked
is you
ahead of you.
making?
What I'm
I have
saying is,
no
I
problem
think
with. Like,
I think it's the program history thing that is jacking up this poll because you cannot use program history the way Max Prep is because program history is misleading.
And win
What
loss
happened?
record.
What happened within the last decade does not affect what's going to happen this upcoming season.
Well,
bro,
yeah, I mean,
again,
you got a point, but is their poll that far off? Like, for example,
Yes.
They have Jefferson
Hell
#1.
yes.
We have Jefferson #4. They have what am I looking at? Sandy Creek #2. We have Sandy Creek #2.
Mm-hmm. You know where they go off the rails?
Where?
Number
Number
5,
5, number 7,
number
number
7,
8,
8, and
and
number
then
definitely number
10,
10.
and number 10, and then they go on the rail with 11 and 12.
So the bottom line and my point, what I was trying to prove, y'all getting all up in arms about Max Prep. Go back. Bottom line, everything everybody's saying is these Max Prep rankings are bullshit. And like I've always said, what's the only thing that matters?
Listen, it don't
On the
matter
field
what the
performance.
preseason polls really say. It's where the teams end up toward the end of the season.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Who gonna be holding
Yes.
a state championship trophy?
Yes.
Who's gonna make the playoffs? Who's gonna make deep playoff runs? Who's gonna have a great regular season?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So yeah, that's just that was just I just pulled that up for a just to kind of talk about, because I think some people were a little upset. We're not necessarily upset, but they took umbrage with the
They
fact
were upset.
with the
Damn that.
fact.
Carver Columbus is pissed off.
hey,
Why?
hold
Yeah,
on,
Why they mad?
hold on,
What
real
they
quick,
mad about?
real quick, Joe. 2 things. First off, what the word umbrage or whatever she said mean? I have to get my dictionary for that one. And the second, I gotta say I understand where Carver Columbus is coming from. Only because I now just looked at the poll. And here's my thing. Carver Columbus got a legitimate argument. Now, first off, let's get this straight. Carver Columbus, if I were y'all, I wouldn't be worried about Max Prep. That's number one.
That's
bullshit.
right.
What we
That's
saying?
bottom line. Yeah. But number 2, if you're gonna have Hebron Christian in the top 25 who won single A private. I'm sorry, who won the private because it's not single A private anymore. But you're gonna have them in the top 25 that won private, and you're not gonna have Carver Atlanta who dominated 2A.
Carver
Yeah, that's a problem.
Columbus.
Carver Columbus. I'm sorry. There's a problem. Yeah, I mean you talking about Kale and Sequoia. I can make a claim for them because they do play these teams on this list. They play them. They play in that region in that classification with them, and they hold their own against them. So I can understand them having them in that ranking. But to have Hebron Christian in there and not Carver Columbus, yeah, I can see where they beef at. But with that being said, man, take that mess with a grain of salt and be ready to try to hold that trophy up at the end of this year.
Yep.
Exactly, because the preseason poll really don't mean a whole lot. They really don't.
They don't. Let's see. Let me go back.
Y'all know we ain't letting this slide now, right?
What we not letting slide, sir?
We ain't letting it slide now that they own. We ain't letting it slide. Go ahead, do your thing, Jess. I'm gonna go re up on my supplies.
Oh, okay. Well, Carver Columbus fans, we're glad that you're here and you're back because Lord Thirsty got something to say, but he getting his supplies. But I'm gonna read these comments and then he's gonna say something that's just probably gonna piss everybody off. But I'm gonna read these comments first. Mr. Conte says straight Peach County disrespect. Yeah, we don't care about that. Um, we still Gucci home team. Kenneth Hurst says they drunk. They gotta be, or they just don't know what they talking about because they're too big of an entity. They deal with the whole entire country. You can't tell me they just got all these damn experts. So
Hey, Jess,
yes.
Carver Columbus, they're gonna be all right. I promise you.
Oh,
They're gonna be fine.
I
oh
believe
yeah.
that. Morris Shields, what's going on, Newton County fan? He says Douglas is winning next week over West Forsyth. I can see
Agreed.
that. Oscar Miles says, and it's BS because you got teams that don't have a history or a strong roster. Mr. Matt, what's
Agreed.
going on, Green County? Y'all got
Green
a
County.
scrimmage coming up against Northeast this week. Wishing y'all the best of luck. Program history shouldn't be a factor. Marcus Gibbons, tell us who you are, where you represent. Welcome to the podcast. He said, "Dude, talking in circles. People. I'm assuming you're saying people put way too much energy in rankings after kickoff and after season starts. Throw all that in the trash."
Exactly.
Agreed. Good
Agreed.
point, Mr. Gibbons. Good
What's
point.
going on, DeAntoine Henderson? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on, Jeremy? Yes, we're having this combo again, and you can listen or you can take your ass on. We don't care either way. What's
Who
going
that,
on,
Jess? Who that?
Jeremy?
Oh,
Tyrone Atkinson Sr. What's going on, Ref? He said, "What y'all experts talking about tonight? We talking about the preseason rankings. We started with 3A, and we're gonna go all the way up to 6A." Daniel James says, "Watch out for Stevenson in 3A." I can see that. What's going
Number
on?
one in number one in their region.
What's going on, Mr. Robert? How you doing? Go Peach County Trojans of Coast Westbrook. DeAntoine says, "Relax on Carver Columbus." Now you know Thirsty is not going to relax. If you tell him not to push the button, he's going to
To
push the
push the
button.
button.
yeah.
Tony
Carver
McKelvin.
gonna be all right though. They gonna
Oh
be
yeah, they
fine.
definitely will.
Yeah.
Tony McKelvin says, "Hell, Max Preps can't even get the stats and scores right." What's
Great
going?
point, Mr. McKibben.
Great point, Mr. McKelvin. Mr. McKelvin. John Wilkins, what's going on? Thomas County Central Yellow Jacket. Um, Carver Columbus is good. That max prep doesn't matter. Uh, Oscar said they don't play those teams. Go look at Kel and Sequoia's schedule. I feel what you're saying. They ain't played nobody in the top 25. Bear says
Okay.
Carver is a 4A school who dominated a 2A classification.
Yep. Well, we know Barry gonna throw them shots. Go ahead, Barry.
Jeremy said, "Hey, Dro." Uh,
Hey,
Oscar said,
Jess, let me shout out everybody right quick. Not everybody, but
mhm.
okay, Jeremy, Chris Pace, Marquise, Mr. Robert, and everybody else. If I didn't name you, Barry, if I didn't name y'all, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to throw that in there. I see y'all, giving me a shout out and everything. It feel good to be back. I hope y'all having a good evening. All right, Jess.
Okay. What's going on, Mr. Reddick? Alvin says he saw that film of that freshman running back at Carver Columbus, and he's gonna be a problem. And Mr. Hurst, oh, okay. He says, Carver, I hope you keep your players healthy in the Friday practice game, which kind of goes back to what Yo and Thirsty were talking about earlier today. Do you test for depth, or do you just put your starters mano y mano and see how it works out?
Yeah, you got to give them at least 2 quarters, man, because you starting your season next week or the week after, man. You want those kids to be in football shape, and you're not finna sit there and be worried about no injuries, even in your first game, which is a non-region game, but you still gonna have them in there for 4 quarters. That preseason game is for that. You want your kids to get out there, get back into the habit of running up and down that field in the sun. Give them 2 quarters, man, and then pull them and let the young boys play. Don't be sitting there talking about 1 quarter, one play, and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
They say I guess the running back his name is Watts, and they say 14 kilowatts is going to be a dog this season. He's a freshman running back. I'd like to see that.
He got a
Okay.
nickname like that. That means he working with something.
He
Mhm.
might well be working with something.
Yep.
You don't just step on the field as a ninth grader and not have no nickname if you ain't the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, 4A. Which, and let me just say this. Y'all talk about how boring that 4A championship game was. It was not boring. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was a
I'm
good
sure you did. I know
I
you
bet you
did.
did. I bet you
it was
did.
a great defensive battle. I mean,
I know it was. I know it was. It was a lot of defense being played.
That's a strong poll right there, though. You know,
Yes. So y'all got anything to say? You know who I'm interested in this 4A poll?
who?
Creekside. I've been
Ain't no.
hearing a lot of stuff about Creekside.
That's why Creekside is at number 2 right now because I'm gonna be honest with you. Any of those top 5 teams can be playing in the state finals. Any,
I even say
oh,
I
wait,
even
hold
say
on, wait,
six, bro.
hold on, yo. 2 of those top 5 teams gonna be playing the state finals in December. All right, that's my receipt. Go, yo.
And I'm with you. I just wanted to say I go for a 6. I say Cartersville also. I wouldn't be surprised if that bottom half. I think East Side kind of fall off a little bit this year, and you're liable to see somebody like Warner Robins might jump in because they play in a pretty tough region, and I think that region would kind of beat up on each other with Perry, Ware, and Benedictine. So I
Hmm.
think they kind of make their way in.
I think
East
we'll
Side
get
falling
there.
out. But the Ware County team is a team at the bottom of this poll that I would be interested in watching what they do this year. I think they can possibly make their way up and possibly be playing for that championship also. But I
Hey,
know
Okay.
for sure the top 6 teams, one of these top 6 teams from our polls will be in the state championship. And
hey,
Okay.
4A.
yo, I tell you what I don't want to see. I don't want to see Creekside play any team from California, Texas, or,
They
or, or
go.
where-
Oh, too
wherever.
They
late.
go back. They
Too
Well,
gotta
we
late.
go
It's
back.
gotta see
gonna
it
happen.
this year, Joe.
It's
Huh?
gonna happen.
They
We
going. They
gotta
going back to Duncanville. Is it Duncanville? DeSoto. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mean
It's
to
gonna.
tell me you mean to tell me they finna go right back and get beat
Messing with
on
people. Messing with
Yeah,
people they ain't got no
bother
business
folk.
messing with.
They
out there
going like,
bothering them folks like
yeah.
yo
Yep.
would say.
Didn't they
Yep.
call that game early in the fourth quarter? It was so bad.
They should have caught it in the first quarter.
Just
It
going
was
out there messing with them people.
it was
No
48
business at
nothing at
all.
the half. Yeah. So yeah, they gotta
But
go back.
I am gonna do this. I'm gonna call out 2 teams that don't be surprised that at the end of the year you see them in the top 10. One is Stockbridge and the other one is Cambridge.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I
Cambridge,
see it.
Cambridge, Warner Robins, and Stockbridge right now are right on the side of the bubble. You're talking 11, 12, and 13 in our polls. And I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, I think Eastside kind of stepped back. So I would definitely be looking to see one of them. Now, Perry at 9. Perry got a tough schedule playing Baldwin, Peach, and Hoko their first 3 games. So I think they can go 1-2, 0-3, or 3-0. And that would kind of determine if they are outside looking in. I think Cedartown matching up with Rockmart and some tough teams in the beginning, you can probably see them drop down and drop out, which was open the door for those bottom three teams, and we were just speaking of. But for the utmost, like I said, 6 on above, I think you're looking at the champions out of those. But from 7 on down to 13, the bottom 6, I wouldn't be 7. I wouldn't be surprised how many times that poll changed on that bottom end.
So I got a question for y'all. Hold on. I got a question for you. What are y'all doing August 30th?
Is that when the Soto play Creekside?
I just need to know what y'all doing August 30th.
I'll be out of town. I'll be out of town.
Because August 30th, I was hoping we could meet up in Fairburn, Georgia at Creekside and watch Creekside play the Soto.
I wish I could.
It's
but I'll
on
be out
Friday
of
or Saturday. I'm sorry.
It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday.
Oh, well, I'll be there then.
Okay.
Well, it all depends on what time Georgia kicks off.
It don't matter. I watch Georgia on my phone. I want to see. I ain't never seen no pit bull fight a Chihuahua. So I want to see it.
So this is what I'm saying.
This year, that's what Daniel says. Creekside is loaded this year. It's hard to see them not taking 4A, and DeSoto is coming to Fairburn. So yeah.
So I would like to go to that game August 30th, and if anybody wants to join me, come on up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really sad that I'm gonna be out of town because that I would hang with y'all, but then my Wildcats are playing that day. I won't be able to go to see them either because I'll be somewhere else
in the street.
Mind your business. Either way, I'm not gonna be there. But yes, 4A is going to be very good this year, and the state championship game is going to be good this year, just like it was last year.
As long as it ain't Maris in North Oconee, you right.
That was a good. Oh man, y'all stupid. Y'all. Okay,
y'all
so Mr. Ryan, I hope you're here because we want to hear it because he wants to know. He seems to think, and he told us that last week, he says that he thinks Roswell should be a little bit higher, and I wanted him to kind of talk about it. So I hope you're still here, Mr. Ryan. While we talk about
drinking that Hughes Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
When you look at Hughes, when you look at Hughes and you understand who the head coach is, let alone what they got on the team, on the roster. Oh yeah, I'm drinking all that Kool-Aid.
Who replaced C5?
Oh, they got a nice little kid that replaced him.
Okay.
But here's my thing. It's not about who replaced C5. It's about who replaced the head coach. And what people don't understand is it's the same head coach. I mean, it's the same coach that was there when they won their first title. That's who took over, who set a state record for points scored for an entire offensive team in the state of Georgia in a season. People are forgetting that.
Oh, okay. Mr. Brown, what's going on, Mr. Brown? He said, Big Langston, we're making another run. All right, Mr. Reese, I'm glad you're still here. He's going to give us a second. He's going to tell us why he thinks Roswell should be a little higher. Tony McKelvin said more like a cane Corso in a Chihuahua. Y'all are terrible. Nick Fletcher, go stand in the corner.
What's up, Nick?
He said he's fishing with his Go Big Tunes. I ain't caught nothing. Y'all have a good one, and I'll log in when I'm done if y'all are on. He said have a fun night. Now he talking directly to me. He said Shorty was tripping. I had to lie and say I didn't feel good. That's why I went fishing.
My Lord.
Ain't worth too damn fly smash, sir. Ain't worth too damn fly smash.
That's funny.
That's funny. Thing. So Mr. Reese says, so don't forget that Roswell beat Gainesville last year and only lost to Milton by 15 and Hughes by 10, really 7, with an injured quarterback who happened to also be our leading rusher. I feel we are better than Coffee and Woodard. And Milton was 20-21 at halftime. I'm thinking, 20-21 halftime. I think I remember that.
Okay, real quick, just let me touch on him on that. If I'm not mistaken, Roswell have the coach from Lee County their old offensive coordinator. Mr. Evan, if you can kind of
They
confirm
do.
that for me. Now,
They
with
do.
that being said, you're talking about an offensive coordinator that was putting up damn near 60 points a game. So I totally agree with what you're saying. Our rankings just is not based on that type of stuff. Do we think Roswell can possibly work their way up? Definitely, because when you look at the fact that you have Thomas County Central, you have Lee County ahead of them, Coffee, all of them are in the same region, will be playing each other. You also have Woodward Academy, who has to face a tough Marist team. They have to face Carrollton and stuff like that. So I do believe Roswell will move up. But based on how we do our rankings, Roswell was outside of the top 10 on any other preseason poll. We fitted them in because of that and what we think the expectations and the returning production that you do have. I do think Roswell will end up in the top 5 before it's all said and done. So I do agree with you on that, Mr. Evans. But just right now at the preseason, that's where we got you. If you can
Man,
understand that.
man, yo, you talking too much. They finna do the same thing they did last year and go 7-3
Oh
in the
Lord.
regular season. No, no, and I'm finna tell you why. They got the same schedule that they had last year. Open up against Peachtree Ridge, and then you got Walton, Beaufort, Westlake. We know
Okay,
you're
that's
gonna take.
that's
Hold
that's
on, hold
that's
on.
that's 3-1, bro. That's 3-1.
Hold on, listen to me. And that's exactly what they did last year. And then when you get into region play, same schedule: Secklinger, Johns Creek, Chattahoochee, Lanier, Gainesville, Milton. Those last 2 games of the season, Gainesville and Milton, is going to determine your seeding just like it did last year. It's going to do it this year. Yes, you beat Gainesville last year by a field goal, but you're going to lose to Milton again this year. So my thing is this: last year you went 7 and last year you went 8-2. I expect you to do at the best 8-2. Worst case scenario 7-3 this year in the regular season.
And Gainesville is not Gainesville underachieved last year, but from what we're hearing, they are loaded.
Yeah, they
And they
bought U-Haul, they bought Budget, they bought Ryder. They got the whole moving company going on up there.
so that's something to look for. You're in a pretty okay. So
I mean,
Gaines,
yeah. I mean, because when they go to close out the season, those last 2 games of the season are gonna mean a lot to them. Granted that, but we know,
Oh, bro, I just got to interrupt you just to say this.
yeah.
I'm not absolutely sold that the Buford Wolves will beat Roswell this year.
It's,
I thought
well, you know what? I'm gonna say I was gonna say Buford for 6A, but I think everybody that listens to us, I know y'all know where I stand with Buford.
mhm.
Buford's receiving room has to produce for Buford to be successful because there is no way you are going to win a state title in 6A with a straight passing game. I
Running
mean,
game.
running game with a straight running game. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen in 6A. In 6A, you got to have a quarterback that's passing for 2,500 yards and 25 plus touchdowns. In 6A, you got to have that at quarterback. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
2,500 yards and 25 touchdowns. You got to have that in 6A to win a state title.
Okay.
Buford does not have it right now because of their receiving corps. Now, granted, we're going to see Buford next week on national TV when they play Milton. So
Mhm.
we're going to know what both teams are walking into the season with. And I know I'm going to be glued to ESPN next week. I don't know about y'all, but I'm watching that game.
I watch it on my cousin's phone because AT&T sucks where I'll be. Mr. Miles says Hughes has a receiver transfer. He forgot what school, but he and Tiller are going to be hell. He says Mr. Reese and Mr.
Damn all
Reese.
that. It's the head coach for me, Coach Hines.
Yeah,
See,
he said,
this is what folks forget. Coach Hines was the offensive coordinator when they won in 2022, where they put up like over 729 points in a season offensively. Who does that? Now, granted, he had a good quarterback, but 729 points scored, and you ain't got no field goal kicker.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Well, but go ahead. Keep
But that's my.
talking. That's your
But
supplies
that's
talking.
yeah. But no, it's not my supplies
No,
talking.
what
This
I
is
was
real.
saying was you interrupted me to talk about
Oh,
that, but I was
oh
talking
yeah.
about Roswell's coach. But you go ahead and talk about Langston Hughes. Go
Oh,
ahead.
my bad. I swear you said Langston Hughes.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
But
and
the
Roswell.
supplies take over, bro. The supplies take over.
What I was
No,
saying
here's my thing.
was
Here's my thing for Roswell. Here's my thing for Roswell. Roswell.
go
Here's
on,
my
Coach
thing.
Hughes.
No, I'm done on Hughes. I'm finna talk about Roswell. Here's my thing with Roswell. Roswell has talent. We're not denying that. The thing is, it's a matter of Coach Thompson utilizing that talent and putting that talent to work like it should be. Can he do that in his first year?
I love it. I gotta get my wallet.
Roswell gonna make the playoffs. We know that. It's just a matter of how far they gonna go. Can y'all finally get past the second round, Roswell? Can Coach
No.
Thompson get you past the second round in his first year? I seriously doubt it. I don't see Roswell getting past the second round in this coach's first year because they've never got past the second round with a first year coach.
Mr. Reese
That's
says
even if they make the play. That's even if they make the playoffs. But I expect y'all to make the playoffs because of the region. At a minimum, you're gonna make it as a third seed. Let's be real.
Mr. Reese says he appreciates the explanation. Daniel James says the quarterback Kelly from Peachtree Ridge is replacing C5. They should definitely be in the mix come playoff time. And Mr. Brown was talking about Coach Hines is at Langston, and the offense should be special again. Do y'all have a kicker? And Evan says the brackets are in Roswell's favor this year for our region. We won't have any second round nonsense like playing Hughes again. Okay. And they should make it at least to the
The
quarterfinal.
the brackets are set up at the same as last year. You need to finish second or first. And like I say, last year you finished second because you beat Gainesville. This year I don't see you beating Gainesville. I'm sorry. I see you taking a third seed going into the playoff. I'm sorry.
Mr. Benjamin says, when do you all see the new transfer rules start taking effect on some of these top teams?
It took effect
August
6 days
1st.
ago. 6 days ago.
I mean, it took effect, but how long do you think it will take for you to see something can take effect and then you don't see the consequences until later?
No,
So
we're gonna see, a lot of us are gonna see the consequences in this come January. We're gonna see the consequences come this January. After the season is over with and folks decide to transfer. So your spring is gonna be looking real funny. A lot of folks gonna have some funny money come spring.
Daniel says the receiver came from Dutchtown for Langston Hughes. And don't sleep at Kelly at quarterback. He was a dog at Peachtree Ridge. Okay. What's going on, Pat? Evan says, look at the brackets. Patrick Watkins says, what up, fam? Big Terry is in the building. Welcome, Mr. Watkins. Even
Pat, you just missed. He just missed 4A. I just want to let him know that.
Yeah. Mr. Reese says, even if we get the 4th seed in the region, we should go to the quarterfinals.
For who? Roswell?
I'm gonna look at the brackets in just a minute.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Go ahead.
Andre Smith, welcome to the podcast, Mr. Smith. He said, what about the Coffee County Trojans? This is because we're going to ask you all too, for those of you who had scrimmages, what you saw, what you liked, and what you didn't like. I was surprised to see that Fitzgerald was so competitive. I understand it's a rival game and all of that stuff. I was surprised to see that the score was that close. So what that says to me is that either Fitzgerald is a whole lot better than we thought,
Nah.
or or coffee has a lot of work to do. So I'm not saying that it can't be fixed, but I'm just curious as to what you asking us what we think about Coffee County. I want to know what you saw on Friday uh that concerns you or that makes you think that you could be number one or number two. Because right now I think most of us on this panel have Coffee County at like number three in the region, which worked out well for y'all last year because y'all ended up going further than anybody else in your region based on how the brackets were set up.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So let's look at the bracket. So let's say Roswell took the 3 seed, right, out of their league. They would have been over here last year. They would have been over here to play Sequoia.
Why you want to just look at this year's bracket and to show
Because
what
it's the
what they
same.
match up
Because
with?
it's the same. Ain't nothing changed. That's what I'm saying. It's the
No, the
same. Nothing changed.
no, the
Un-
brackets change on the teams that you playing.
So you telling
The
me
brackets change every
seven not
year.
playing 7, 8? No, they don't. Not for 6. Not for 4A and above. They still stuck on the
Yeah,
old
bro.
format.
Yeah, they stuck on the old format, but like they probably play if they region 5, they probably played region 6 last year in the first round. This year,
Region 7 played 6. And
okay,
guess
now
what?
going and now this year it shouldn't be region 7 playing 6. It might be region 7 playing region 2 or something, or region 1. It rotates every
Hold
year.
on, hold on, hold on. So, give me a
you
second. I'm
said
finna put it up. No, I'm finna put it up on the screen. I'm finna put it up on
Evan
the
said
screen
there are
for you.
new brackets this year. And yeah, Mr. Brown, and why have y'all not had a kicker? I know it's somebody around there in Fairburn, Georgia that know how to kick a ball. I
Man,
know.
go on down there to Palmetto, man, and get one of them kids from down there that's
Listen,
kicking around them cans.
listen. The city of South Fulton Recreation Department. I know they got soccer over there because my brother is an administrator
The
at South.
head over there.
He pretty much run the recreation in South Fulton. I know it's some soccer kids over there. Y'all need to hit them up. Uh, let's see. We're gonna hit while he's pulling it up. I'm gonna read what Chris says about Coffee County. He said Coffee's gonna be all right. Just gotta straighten up the front four, special teams, and crazy mistakes. We're gonna be all right. Tim King, welcome to the podcast, sir. He says I know Region 1 is playing Region 8 this year.
Zoom
Uh
in some more because this thing is small.
y'all forgive my friend, my brother Thirsty, his supplies.
No, it ain't me. It's the JSSA website. It's just it ain't blowing it up like it should.
Okay.
But the thing is, regardless, Roswell region this year is playing Region 7 is playing Region. I can't even see it. My dang on self no more. They playing Region 7 playing Region 7 playing. I thought it was Region 7 is playing.
Mr. Wynn, I'm not
Damn,
reading
I
that.
can't
I'm
even
not
see it. I can't even see this time. And I'm looking at the
blowing
computer.
up.
Hey, Mr.
No,
Wynn, that's a good
no,
one.
when I blow
I'm
it up,
not
it gets
finna read
small.
it. Oh, I'm
It
not
ain't
reading
blowing
it.
up like it's supposed to.
Mhm.
Who's 7
Yeah, well,
playing?
pull up Drew bracket. Pull up Drew's bracket and see what that says. He's got
I ain't going
Hey,
over there.
real
Oh,
quick,
7 playing
hey,
4. 7. Oh, 7 playing 4 this year. All right, 7 playing
yeah.
4 this year. That's
oh,
what it is. 7 is playing 4.
so who's in region
So
4?
they gonna get past round 1. Arabian Mountain, Shamley, Decatur, Dunwoody.
Okay.
Oh, oh, and Wilbur Academy gonna win Region 4. Then Decatur gonna be number 2. Everybody thinks Shamley gonna be number 3 because of the coaches over there. Okay, I'll give y'all that one. Number 4, shit, flip a coin between Dunwoody, Lakeside, Shiloh, and Tri Cities at number 4, right?
It don't too much matter.
Yeah. But I'm saying Roswell gonna get the 3 seed, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Roswell gonna probably end up playing Decatur in round 1.
Okay.
And I think
Here's the
Roswell beat Decatur.
okay. So after that, Roswell it will end up playing. So we got Roswell as the 3 seed right down here. So they're going to end up playing the winner of Region 8. Region 8. Shit, I don't even think the winner of Region 8 gonna make it past the first round. To be honest with you, so we gonna go Region 1.
So it is.
Hold on,
So it
hold on,
is
hold on, hold
favorable.
on,
Hold
hold on,
on, bro.
hold on.
So it is
Listen to
favorable
hold on,
what
wait.
he said, bro.
I'm finna give it to him. Hold on, I'm finna give it to him. Region 1 sucks too, cause that's Savannah region, and you know how we feel about Savannah region, except for a team that starts with a B, right?
What's
So
going
yeah,
on, Mr.
y'all,
Brown?
you
I
know
just
what?
got Mr. Brown up here.
Roswell should make it to a quarterfinal this year. Got that? I'm gonna give it to you.
Hey,
Roswell should.
Mr. Evan did his homework, bro. He knew what he was.
Hey, Roswell should make. If Roswell don't make it to the quarterfinal this year, I'm talking smack. I'm talking mad trash about Roswell.
Hey, good job, Mr. Reese. You did your homework, bro.
Let me see. I'm just looking at what Drew got.
Hey, while you doing that, babe, I know you shout out Mr. Brown, but I just gotta ask him something, man. Man. How in the world do the
Yeah,
Savannah Christian fans feel after losing the best player in the class of 27, man?
he said we ain't here trying to get past the 50-yard line this season. Oh
How did
boy.
they
Welcome to.
lose in your
Hey, welcome to my word from last year.
Guyton, Damian Guyton, he was a freshman when we went down and played Savannah Christian.
Mhm.
And although they had that stud that's at Georgia right now, they talking about how he just dominating up at Georgia and should start as a freshman.
Right.
I think Guyton was the best player on the field, man, as a freshman.
Okay.
And he's now at Benedictine. So I know that hurt the Savannah Christian faithful, man.
Yeah, that
Music
pain.
to my ear. Yeah.
Mr. Brown says Langston Hughes would have had 2 ships if we had a kicker. That loss to Buford by 1 was tough. It was painful. I watched
Yeah,
that and it
man.
made
That
me
was
sad. I was like, and that it was that day. I said, I'm convinced Buford had some kind of rabbit's foot or mojo or something. Cause I mean, gosh, that was just
Man,
that was just
I
that
don't.
was just crazy.
You,
Dwayne Little.
I don't even like Buford no more. Buford pissed me off last year, after last year.
Speaking of, who do you think in their brand new stadium? Do you think Buford beats Milton in their brand new stadium, or you think Milton?
Nope. I
I know
think
what.
I think Milton wins on national TV. On ESPN, Milton will win in that new stadium. I'm holding down on that receipt. I ain't asking for no refund.
well, guess what? I second that motion, bro.
So Milton's going to beat Buford in their own stadium.
In a
I'm
In the
brand new stadium.
inaugural game in that stadium.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what the Wizards don't think. I'm looking forward to hearing what he got to say.
Yeah, I'll let you know next week. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. I'm pretty
And
sure.
let me just say this. Dwayne Little is here. He said Brooks County in the house. I say Brooks County in the house. Now watch him out. First of all, let us stop and take a moment to congratulate Dwayne. Dwayne is now engaged. So we wish you the best and congratulations.
How you gonna put that man
Don't
out
do
like
it,
that?
bro. Don't do it. Run. Don't do it.
Out!
Forget forget
Congratulations,
re-
bro.
forget reading
Congratulations.
literature. Forget reading literature. Don't do it.
Don't listen to these folks. Boy, man, I mean, man. Don't listen to these folks. They tell you don't do it. They ain't trying to go nowhere. So you so you
Yo
just
took the word right out my mouth. Don't do it. Reconsider.
Don't do it.
Read some literature.
No, you ain't gotta read no literature. We just telling you don't do it. Ain't
listen,
no re-
don't pay no attention. All three of them are married, and all three of them ain't now one of them going nowhere. So don't pay them no attention, okay?
How you gonna put
Congratulations.
my
Well,
how you gonna
Congratulations,
put
Dwayne.
if I ain't said congratulations by now, you won't get it till next month.
There it is. There it is. But I just put that out there. Congratulations, guy. Let's see. Tim King says regions 1 and 8 play, regions 4 and 7 play each other, regions 3 and 5 play each other, and regions 2 and 6 play each other. Thank you so much, Mr. King. We appreciate that. Mr. Miles says Guyton doesn't even look like a freshman either. The kid looks like a college player right now. Wow.
Definitely.
That
Dwayne
speaks a
Little.
lot to his preparation, his devotion to his craft and everything. That's good.
Yes,
That's good.
sir.
That's real good.
Okay. Dwayne Little says Milton by 21. Lonnie Brown says Milton is going to blow him out. Dwayne says Buford never has any wide receivers. And I think who else said that? My
me?
eyebrow said that.
Earth.
Yeah.
Everybody say
Yeah.
it.
Dwayne says thank you guys. Mr. Goolsby, Mr. Roberts says congratulations as well. Mr. Goolsby says if Fitzgerald had played our ones as much as Coffee, Victor Copeland would have put 2 more scores. Copeland was tackled at the 2-yard line as time expired in the first half. We did have a spring and only had our coach 7 weeks. Coffee is in trouble with those dogs in their region, per Ricky Manning. Okay. Y'all heard
I
that,
dis
Coffee?
I disagree.
Well, he was there. He saw it. I'm just
Mm-mm.
telling you what he said.
Man,
He's a Fitzgerald fan too.
everybody knows spring and fall scrimmages are vanilla.
Okay. Um, I'm not saying either way. I don't know. Oscar, sir, I'm off on Friday. Do I need? I'm coming over there, and we going to the Social Security office together so that we can get you started with your SSI. You make sure
Damn that. I want to know where the shindig at. That's what I want to know.
you bring your Social Security card and your birth certificate, and we gonna get you some help, sir.
I
Uh,
just want,
he,
man, send me the location of the shindig
ooh.
before I get on call for Columbus.
He said, Dwayne, now we got to call off the strippers we ordered for the old shindig this weekend. No comment. No
That's all
comment.
I'm saying. I just
Yeah,
want
And
to know where the
of course,
shindig at.
Thursday want to be there.
you say strippers, his ears perk up like a radar.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
That's all you do.
Uh,
But so what about this 6A poll? Is there anything that looks out of out of pocket or anything?
I
And
think Douglas County. Me personally, I think Douglas County can be the number 2 team in 6A,
mhm.
but it's gonna play itself out. Douglas County should end itself as in the top 2. I think Douglas County gonna be in the top 2 because they got a nice quarterback and a great receiver and one of the greatest receiving corps in the state coming into the year.
Mhm.
Agreed. Only thing I'm afraid of, and I don't know how much to take stock in this. It's just something I noticed about Grayson. Tyler has already committed. That kid is a stud, man. I sure wish he was going to Georgia. But with that being said, quarterback, he's making a name for himself, running back. I'm scared Grayson kind of take a step back this year. Because let's be real, we got Grayson as the most dominant team in this classification. But Grayson didn't start out like that. If I'm not mistaken, Grayson lost to a lowly ranked team like a Collins Hill or something in a close rivalry game. They took some of their players or something and
And
they beat
last year,
them. Yeah.
what?
So I think Grayson kind of take a step back. I know you got some dogs. Don't get me wrong, Grayson fans. You got some dogs. But I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Grayson in the championship game. And I kind of agree with bro. I think Douglas County would kind of get over that hump. And I can see them playing somebody like a Mill Creek, a Collins Hill, who would kind of make a run. Collins Hill have gotten 2 kids in. Um, that's gonna be pretty good. I think they come from the Parkview area or something. So I look for Collins Hill to kind of make some noise. I just think Grayson take a step back.
Well, here's my thing with Grayson. You bring up the Grayson Collins Hill game from last year. Keep in mind, Grayson lost that game by 20 to 19. Um, I don't feel Collins Hill has the team to compete with Grayson this year. I just don't. I just don't see it. They're gonna have to prove it. They're gonna have to prove it to me when they do play. But I expect them to run through the region as normal. It's just their non-region schedule. When you look at it, Collins Hill, I expect you to beat. Raven Gap, you should beat because of depth. Thompson, Alabama, they done kind of fell off over there, so you should beat them. And the same with Mallard Creek because you basically got the same schedule that you got from last year, with the exception of you playing Raven Gap in place of Dorman out of South Carolina. With that being said, as long as it's the Raven Gap and not the Raven Gap private school, you should win that game. So I expect Grayson to go in the region, play 4-0, open up against Grovetown, Newton, Heritage, Rockdale, South Gwinnett, and Archer. You have no nemesis. You have nothing holding you back from taking the number one seed in the region. You just got to prove yourself in 2 games. Collins Hill and Thompson. Because you barely beat Thompson last year, 15-4. I mean 15-14. So you got 2 games that you got to ball out in. Other than that, you got an easy ride in your schedule.
Oscar said you must really be drunk. Thompson ain't fall off nowhere. You all right, thirsty?
I didn't say Thompson, I said Grayson.
No,
And I'm
that
talking about Collins
no.
Hill.
Yeah, but no, but that before that, you were talking about their schedule, and you mentioned Thompson out of Alabama. And you said they have fallen off a little bit. You said that earlier, and I think that's
Yeah,
when
I did. Yeah, Thompson out of Alabama is not the same Thompson that we're used to seeing coming from Alabama. Let's be real about it.
Okay. Dwayne said Bremen said they ready this year. Let's say about Bremen. I liken them to Matter. They get in the top 10 and they get kicked right back out. So yeah, no. We'll see. Mr. Goolsby says, revisit these comments, Mr. Doubt Fitzgerald.
Man, do we really have to talk about Fitzgerald?
Well, I mean Mr. Goolsby's there, and we we can talk about it because they really did, and I said it last week. I say they took umbrage. All I'm saying is they took offense that they were not ranked. Umbrage just means if I say you say somebody took umbrage, you're just saying they
Okay. Again, Fitzgerald, understand you lost Coach Pruitt. Now you got Tannersley, whatever his name is, at the helm. Do you have the personnel? Number one, you have a coach from the outside coming in to coach your team. Number two, do you have the personnel to run the offense that Coach Tankersley wants to run? We don't know. You have to prove. You got to prove yourself. Yes, we have you on the bubble. We just need for you to prove yourself. If you play like you should play with the athletes you have, you will be in the top 10 at the end of the year. The thing is, as of right now, we just don't see it.
And that's it. I mean, we're
It's
not
too many. Yeah, it's too many question marks. It's too many question marks to Fitzgerald right now, mainly because of you got a first year coach. I mean, let's be honest. When you got Tucker Pruitt in his first year, you went what 4-7. Why should we not expect you to go 4-7 this year?
I think y'all. I don't think they go 4-7.
But
and they
I
got
get
to
it.
the semifinals last year. I get to what you're saying though.
I mean, it's my philosophy, and I haven't seen it being proven not true when you hire a coach from outside. For any team that hires a coach from outside that's not from within the system, that school is not going to perform the same because you're going to have things happen. You're going to have dominoes fall. You're going to have players to leave because you got a coach from the outside, and it's a coach that they don't know and that they don't want to play for.
How you know they don't want to play for him?
That's the only reason why the players leave when they get a coaching change from the outside. It's because it's a coach that they're unfamiliar with, and they don't want to play for that coach because they're not willing to give that coach a chance.
Okay, I get that, but what I'm saying is, has there been rumblings about kids leaving Fitzgerald? I'm just saying I
No,
didn't hear
no,
that.
it's not that. It's just him. It's the new coach learning the player, just like Coach Pruitt had to learn his player to implement his system. Uh, and then the older Pruitt with the same thing. He had to come in. He came in with a successful system and carried on what was going on before he got there. But the thing is, he has to learn the players. The players got to buy into the system, and then he has to ensure he has the players there to run his system. It's common sense. It ain't rocket science. It ain't chess. It's checkers at this point right now. The first year is playing checkers.
Okay, and I will say that Carver could possibly be the exception to that rule, but if generally, I agree with you in general. Um,
Oh, I'm tell you right now. Okay, Carl. Okay, now that you done brought up Carl, this is what I'm gonna
Lord.
say about. No, 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 no. Real talk. This is what I'm gonna say about Carl. Everybody, I know me and yo for a fact, we expect Carver to go 10-0 in their regular season. There's no reason why Carver cannot go 10-0 in the regular season. The issue that I know I have with Carver is coaching experience in the playoffs. Player talent is only going to get you so far. At some point, I just feel like coaching could possibly catch up with Carver throughout the playoffs.
mm, okay.
That's my thing with
I,
Carver.
I don't know, and I don't know about that. I'm in two-way man. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think they're gonna be all right. I mean,
More than all right.
I
Carver
get what you're saying, and you making good points, but I think Carver gonna be all right, man.
Mhm.
Carver Columbus gonna be more than all right, man.
They should be. Yeah, they should be because they have the athletes to make coach what's the name? Jarvis?
Yes,
Jarvis
Jarvis Jones.
Jones.
Yeah, Jarvis.
Oh,
Yeah, they got the talent to make Coach Jones look good. The only thing is,
and
like I say again, it's just a matter of if it comes down to a critical coaching decision, is he gonna make the right call? I'm not putting it
so
on the
here's the thing.
player. I'm putting it on the
Here's the
coach, on
thing,
the head
bro.
coach.
What you got to understand with Carver also. Carver quarterback room is probably the deepest they've ever had this year.
Okay. Now let's back up. Let's back up a minute. Do we really see a team in 2A that can challenge Carver Columbus?
Nah.
No, no. So therefore, talent should win them back-to-back championships alone. Talent alone on that field should win them back-to-back titles, which is what I expect them to do. As long as one thing happens, that Carver Columbus quarterback does not pull a Matt Ryan.
I
So
don't think you
no,
will.
listen to me. Listen to me. I'm talking to the Carver Columbus QB1. It's going to be a time in the playoffs, specifically that state title game. A play is going to be called, and you should know why they call this play. This play ain't finna work. And you got to make a different call and be able to bite that and take that for your team. So therefore, that's why I say talent alone should win Carver Columbus a title this year. Anything less than a title for Carver Columbus, it's a failure. I'm sorry. It is what it is because they got the talent. The talent should overcome the shortfalls at coaching to win a title this year and get back-to-back titles.
Hmm. Okay. Oscar says,
Did you not hear what I said, bro? I don't think you heard what I said. It's the quarterback room. You saw what the quarterback did in the championship game last year.
Yes. Yeah.
The man talking out
These,
both sides of his grill, ain't it, Oscar?
"Sir, I'm
you heard it.
trying." He them little supplies. Oscar says, "Let me read these comments."
Put that burner
Oscar
down.
Oscar said Thompson just won state last year in Bama, and they're loaded up again. Mr. Wynn is letting you know that they and I think Daniel they said that Raven they're not playing Grayson isn't playing Raven County, they're playing Raven Gap. Mr. Goolsby said Fitzgerald actually had players to come to Fitzgerald. They didn't lose anybody. Chris Pace says Fitzgerald's passing game is off. You got to remember they don't develop quarterbacks. Single wing, deep ball, and trick plays are what they are used to. Um,
Agreed. That's what I'm
um,
scared of for them.
and Jeremy, I think I'm on. Let me apologize to you. There was a question, but they got to talking. You had a question about somebody in Wing T. I'm gonna try to go back up there and get it. But my apologies to you because I didn't mean to read it. Um, Mr. Wynn says TCC excelled under Coach Rogers in his first year, and Coffee did the same with Coach Cole. Oscar said you need to go to bed Thursday because you're crazy. Chris says the talent on Fitzgerald's team is what's going to carry them this year, not the coach. He's got to get used to the players, and that community is used to South Georgia football. What's going on, Mr. Jordan? Welcome to the podcast, sir. Um,
Okay.
Oscar said you just said talent only takes so far. Make up your mind, bro. It's the supplies, Oscar. It's the supplies.
No. We know for a fact Carver Columbus has the talent. It's the matter of the coaching, one managing the talent and making the necessary adjustments when required. That's
Okay,
all I'm saying. Now,
I
the
got you.
talent on the backside of that, the talent can overcome the coaching by taking over the game and calling the game themselves. Is that gonna happen?
Okay, it might not be overtaken, but it's just what I've been trying to say that you just will not respond to. Carver
What's that?
Columbus quarterback room.
It's loaded. It's deep.
It's low. Yeah, it's loaded
He
and it's
can't
deep.
really.
I
It's
seen
loaded.
what the quarterback did. We saw personally up live what the quarterback did last year. Basically, the
Okay,
quarterback
okay,
performed what City Grove backup quarterback did against Carver Atlanta.
Um.
okay.
Yeah.
Now go ahead away and look at the quarterback
Hey,
this year.
Me too.
hey,
Or
go back in the garage. Go
And
back in
he
the
now
garage. Go
is a
back in the
Carver
garage.
Tiger also.
You walk too far from the garage. Get back closer to
you
the
gonna
garage.
switch from your Wi-Fi or something. While he doing that, let me
No, I'm in
read.
my wild car, not on that F-150.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Oh, okay. Let me be quiet. Alvin
yeah.
Conte said
Look
Carver
at
has
you. There
fun.
you
I
go.
ain't said a word. I have not said a word, boy. It hurt my heart. Boy, I ain't say
Petty
nothing.
bit
Oh,
ass.
I didn't say nothing. Carver has far and away too much talent for any other double A team to compete. I'll be surprised if any double A team can stay within 2 touchdowns of them.
And you know what, Alvin?
Agreed.
I agree with you. The only team that can beat Carver is Carver.
And
We've been saying it all summer long. I know I got no issue with that.
my
Carver is the only team that can beat Carver.
my question is, okay, I know the head coach changed. Did Coach Jones bring in different coordinators, or did the rest of the
Well,
coaches stay the same?
well, some of them I know he had to because I know he lost some. You know, especially Newman leaving, and I think Newman took a couple of guys with him
Yeah.
who
Okay.
also took their kid. So,
Okay.
but again, when you got a fine-tuned machine like Carver was last year and will be this year, the
Add
coach
water and
just sit
stir.
back and goddamn, he just sit back and put his feet up and just watch them play football. That's
Add
pretty
water and
much
stir.
what Carver
Hey,
will
you know
be.
what? Here's the perfect analogy for it. Let's say EJ never reclassified from junior to a senior, right? And he was a junior. Coach Adams left to go to Georgia State.
Mhm.
Okay. if EJ had never reclassified and the coaching change happened, EJ called a team meeting and said, "Hey, I'm staying. I need for y'all to stay because we can still do this with what we have here." It would be a different conversation about City Grove last year. But this is what I'm getting at. With Carver Columbus, bringing in an outside coach, nobody knows the coach never coached high school level. All this new stuff coming in. Yes, there are going to be a few players that's going to leave. This is any school, regardless of the name. But we feel Carver Columbus still has a core talent group there that did not disperse throughout the county or the state. Carver Columbus, all they have to do, one, buy into what Jarvis Jones is going to put system he's going to put in place. And number two, Jarvis Jones buy into his players and allow his players to help him. That's all Carver Columbus got to do. Buy in and coach, let the players help you win a championship this year.
Yeah, I
In
think
your
they'll
first
do
year.
it. I think they'll do it. Chris Pace says Fitzgerald ain't had a legit quarterback since Caleb Nobles and James Graham. Well, dang. Jeremy, this is the question that Jeremy asked earlier, and I need you guys to answer this. He asked, has Maris ever ran any other offense besides the wing T?
Not for 41 years. Not for 41 years, they ain't. They've been running that offense for 41 years.
It looked like it worked.
Hey, but no, here's the thing with Maris. Don't get it caught up with Maris. Maris not only runs the wing T, they run a multiple offensive set. They will come out in a pro, in a veer, in a spread. Don't get caught up in what's his name? Chadwick. Chadwick does allow his offensive coordinator to be diverse and call formations and plays as needed based on down and distance.
But that started
Jump
like
on
in
you.
2010 though, because they
Yeah, but
wasn't doing that at first.
yeah, I'm with you. But my thing is, jump on YouTube and look at what they did last year when they played Southwest DeKalb. Maris ran multiple looks on offense. Everybody, when they play Maris, they prepare for the wing T. Maris will and can run more than just a wing T. Do not consider Maris a wing T offense. Consider Maris a multi offense.
Okay. Let's see. Oscar says the offensive coordinator is back and Coach Jones is calling the defense. What's going on, Deshaun Suggs?
How
Mr.
you let a
Wentz?
beast? How you let a beast like that call the defense?
Well, you know what you know. Is it possible for Jarvis Jones to have the same impact on Carver, the same as Teddy Bridgewater had in season 1 at Miami Northwestern? It
I
is.
mean,
Good point.
it's possible. Anything is possible.
Good point.
I mean, he got the talent, so I mean, he should be able to make an impact with the talent he has. And I think we're missing the main. Well, I don't want to miss the main point is that Carver still has the core of their roster from last year still taking the field this upcoming season. So that's why, again, I say when you look at, I don't care the top 15 teams in 2A on any poll, there's only a few teams that you can scratch your head at and maybe say, but then again, you're going to say Carver Columbus beats a Morgan County. They beat a Burke County. They beat those disciplined teams
They
that could
should be the
probably,
favorite on anybody that goes up in their schedule or in 2A at
yeah,
least.
yeah, they should. It's no reason for them to lose 2A this year. It's on Carver to lose 2A this year. But with all that being said, I do got a question for the Carver fan base. And I'm going to ask this question. Hold on. My question for the Carver fan base is, do you really feel that Carver can actually come in and beat any team that Max Preps ranked 20 through 25?
Yes.
Who?
I think
Who?
they beat Hebron Christian. I think they beat Houston County.
Hold on now, 20 through
I
25
think
now.
they can beat.
Hold on. 20 through
Oh, you say
25
20 through
only.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, I think they can beat Kale and Hebron Christian and possibly Socorro.
Okay. So with that
So I
being
think they
said,
beat 3 out of those 5 teams, bro. Really.
okay. Okay. So here's my question. Carver Columbus fan base, i.e. Oscar Miles and myself, went back and forth yesterday. So here's my question for Oscar Miles. Oscar Miles, this number one is what Max Prep utilized to make their rankings, right? The stuff that's highlighted on the screen, which we went over earlier. Head-to-head matchups, talent, program, history, strength of schedule, win-loss record. I'm gonna tell you right now, just it's 2 factors you already lost off the bat. You lost program history, strength of schedule off the bat, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're in 2A. You lost it. Once you drop down to 2A, you lost both of those. If you had stayed in 3A, it would have helped you. But you lost both of those once you drop down to 2A. So, with that being said, name me one team, 2A or below, that has ever been ranked in the top 25 in any national poll, or I'm not going to say national poll, but any poll outside of the AJC that's ever been ranked in the top 25.
Hebron Christian.
Private schools don't count. We ain't talking private school. Public school in Georgia, 2A and below, that's been ranked top 25 anywhere within the state. So this is what I'm getting at. Carver Columbus fan base. You
What's
want to say
going?
Buford? Jeremy? You gonna say Buford? Buford was winning championship. That's a different story. Here's my thing, because they won
Oh,
championships. No, Buford is comparing apples to oranges. Here's my thing when it comes to Carver Columbus. Carver Columbus, number one. If you want to be recognized in the state as a powerhouse, one thing you must do is play other powerhouses in the state, which means play teams outside of 2A that are blue collar. Number two, if you cannot or will not play teams within the state of Georgia that are blue collar, then go outside the state of Georgia and play those teams. Go across the border and play Phoenix
You
City.
think? Do you think Phoenix City and Carver will ever play, guys? Y'all tell me what you think, or why have they not played before? Do y'all think they'll ever play?
Uh,
Jimmy Neutron says America's High School could possibly beat Carver in 2A.
man, whatever. All
Chauncey
right.
Kinlow. I mean, listen, be quiet. Chauncey Kinlow says, "Who are the teams who could possibly beat Carver in 2A?" And that was his response. And listen, that if anybody is going to challenge Carver in their region, if they are going to be challenged, Sumter County is the one that's going to do it. Sumter County has a very, very good team coming back. Will they beat Carver? I don't know, but they're playing in Americas this year. It's a possibility. I think Carver wins, but listen, Sumter is no slouch. And now what I will say is when Sumter went there last year, and I saw that game with my own eyes, Sumter they basically wet the bed, but I could tell that Sumter was a better team than what was on that field. So
Mm, mm.
I listen, I ain't saying that they will, but I'm just saying it's not far fetched. If Carter's gonna lose any game on their schedule, the county game is one that they will lose, and that's all I'm saying. Um,
But okay, I'm just can I finish my rant, please?
you've been ranting all night, sir. Go ahead.
No, I ain't been ranting. No, because I've been holding back on this until Oscar Miles and his call for Columbus got online.
He said
So
he don't care about none of that.
now, but here's my thing. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Um, and like I said, I'm not bragging on my school. I'm just saying this. This is all I'm saying. City Grove laid the blueprint for any school 3A and below that wants to be recognized. You must play 5A and above type teams. You have to in order to get recognized. It doesn't matter if you win or lose against them. You just have to play them and play competitive. Okay. This is what I'm getting at. If you think Carver Columbus deserves to be in the top 25 in the state, have Carver Columbus play Sequoia. Have Carver Columbus play a Kale that you feel you can beat. Have them play a Hebron Christian that you feel that they can beat. Can do that on a consistent basis, year in and year out. That is what's going to bring attention, national attention, to a 2A school in Carver Columbus.
And what they're
That's
saying
what I'm getting at.
about. Yeah, I get what you're getting at, but what they just got through saying is they don't care nothing about that. That's what they're saying.
And that's the problem. And that's the problem. You don't care about it, it's not going to happen. You may be a top 25 team in the state, but you have to prove it. Don't play if you can't play. If Phoenix City don't want to play you, then go play a Thompson. Go play a quality top 25 team in the state of Alabama. I tell you what, you don't want to go to Alabama, travel and go play a team in Carrollton.
Okay,
Whether you win or lose. No. But my thing is, whether you win or lose, go get a money game against a 5A or 6A school.
And what they're trying to tell you is that it's not that deep. This is not a fan base, alumni, or city concern. That's what DeAntoine is saying. They don't care.
It ain't only I'm not talking to DeAntoine. I'm talking to Oscar. Because here's my thing. Oscar want to say, how are these schools in the top 25 in the state of Georgia and Carver Columbus ain't ranked? I'm telling you why Carver Columbus ain't ranked in the top 25 in the state of Georgia. Because you guys are not stepping outside of 2A and playing quality blue collar teams in the state of Georgia.
Okay.
Take a money game against any top 25 team in the state of Georgia, and Carver Columbus will be recognized not only within the state, but nationally. Because a small school in the state of Georgia, 2A and below, is hard to be recognized. Mm-hmm. You have to step out of your norm and play a top 25 blue collar team in the state of Georgia in order to get recognized, not only within the state of Georgia, but nationally. Okay. If you want to put some type of weight, some type of attributes into a Max Preps poll and get mad about it, step out your norm, get out your local community, and play some big schools in the state of Georgia and be competitive against them.
Deshaun says coach at Central and administration in Phoenix City wouldn't put us on their schedule, but with our old principal there, it's possible to happen soon. Mr. Wynn says Sumter Middle School was absolutely dominant last season. If they have the infrastructure to develop that talent, they will be a problem in 2 to 3 seasons. Wesley Bryant says, welcome, Wesley, Thomasville Bulldog. He said, 2A to me, it's really a weak division. That's why they're winning. I like Toombs County single A team over Carver Columbus. They just got an easy road to the championship. That's all for me. Really, they
Disagree.
fool's gold. I don't think Carver's fool's gold. I think Carver is extremely talented team, and I
I
think
just
they're
want to say thing. I just want to say one thing. Bullshit to David Pollard.
what?
When you get down to it, bullshit to what he just said. And I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you why.
He said they can play Bishop Gorman out of Nevada. Uh he said, bro, I'm a heavy hitter when it comes to Carver Columbus. So you address me, sir. Again, like I said, no one cares about that ranking. Let it go. Chris Pace says, I'd love to see a lot more Georgia versus Alabama high school football games. I do too. Deshaun says, so we played Lee County, good team, and we had them beat last year. The weather cut the game
Dude,
short.
no. On that one there, I'm calling bullshit on that one. The last time Carver played Lee County, when it counted towards anything, was 2021. Don't ever bring that game back up. Yes, you lost the game 22-25, but you ain't played Lee County recently. And then
They,
on top of that,
they
let's be
played in the
real.
scrimmage last year.
Lee, huh?
He talking about the scrimmage they played last year.
The scrimmage don't count towards nothing. It's practice. We still talking about practice?
Okay, we saw Allen Iverson. We saw.
No, but what I'm saying is schedule Lee County for a regular season game. If y'all had played Lee County last year, I'm pretty sure you would have lost that game.
Oscar Miles has said what you're saying doesn't match up because Sequoia, Kale, and Hebron are not playing quality teams either, and ain't done nothing. Is all I'm saying.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Okay.
Sequoia, last year, if you look at this top 25 poll for this year, right, that came out, they played at least one team off this top 25 poll last year. Whether it was regular season or playoff, they played and won last year. Sequoia did. Remember, Sequoia beat Gainesville in the first round of the playoffs, 38-28. And then when you want to talk about Kale, guess what? Kale and Sequoia matched up. And then on top of that, you got Kale playing who? That's on this list outside of Sequoia. Lowndes,
Lowndes. Okay.
Blessed Trinity. So cut the argument out, dude. You're not going to win this argument. Both teams played team that's on this current top 25 list.
And hello, Mr. Reiner. I apologize if I overlooked you. You know, it's been a lot of fodder back and forth. But hello, Mr. Reiner from Kings County. Welcome. DeAntoine says, if you want to be honest, everything in 2A or below is not hitting on anything. Deshaun says, we beat Carrollton 2 years straight to get to the Dome, 06 and 07. Dave Pollard, welcome to the podcast. He says, there's too many schools with talent in Georgia for a AA school to be in the top 25. Okay.
I disagree with that. I totally do. And here's my reason. If you feel that as a 2A coach, a 2A athletic director, that your team can play and compete with higher classification schools, you're going to try and grab that money. Because here's my thing, at the end of the day, 3A and below, the only reason you're going to play higher classification schools at your home type of deal is to get a paycheck to help your program.
Well,
But you have to.
That wasn't Peach County, bro. I'm sorry, I gotta disagree because we played.
Listen to what I said. What did I say? At that higher classification school home, I'm not talking about no home at home. I'm saying playing at that school like Cedar Grove did. We played Colquitt County 3 years in a row in Colquitt County. Why? It was a money game for us to help the program. That's all it is. And then on top of that, we felt that we can compete with the team. Yes, we on national TV 2 years ago. Well, now 3 years ago. We on national TV 3 seasons ago going touchdown for touchdown with Colquitt County. Yes, we lost the game, but but we made it competitive as a 3A school playing a higher class school in Georgia. Again, those are the type of things that you have to do to get that top state recognition
Mhm. Mhm.
that you seek or that you feel your team should have. So, Carver Columbus, you feel your team should be in the top 25, adjust your schedule and make your non-region schedule tougher
Nick,
because that's what's going to get you that top 25 state recognition.
Nick, you didn't miss. You missed so much and nothing at all. That's all I can tell you. You just have to go back and listen. Um, Deshaun said we played all the teams they said would win 2A and we smashed them. Oscar says Cambridge just got on the scene and Blessed Trinity ain't been consistent in forever.
Huh? What?
Oh God. Y'all keep
Oh my God. Okay, keep on going, Jess. I'm not going to interrupt you this time. Keep on going.
I know it's fine. So Christopher is asking Nick what he thinks about Toombs versus Carver Columbus. I think it will be an interesting matchup. Deantoine says we played Lee County last year when the game was ended due to weather. We play them every year. And okay, Mr. Reese was talking to somebody. He was talking about how Sequoia lost to Pope. Deshaun says Lee County has always been a scrimmage game. What you talking about when it counted? Jeremy says the only way.
Hold on, whoa, Jess. I'm sorry. When did he say Sequoia lost to Pope?
I don't know.
Because I know it wasn't last year because Sequoia beat Pope last year 56-28. Don't come on here with no nonsense now because we're going to fact check you.
Okay.
But Sequoia beat Pope 56-28 last year. And when you go through the schedule, that was the last time, that was the most recent time that they played Pope because Pope just got into their region last year after the realignment. Yes, they played Pope this year, and I guarantee you they're going to beat Pope again.
Jeremy says the only way Carver would have beat Lee in a real game last year, they would have had to stop Chroma. Mr. Wynn.
They would have stopped Chromo and the quarterback.
Mr. Wynn says last season, Weston Bryan had a no-touch jersey during the scrimmage. Lee County was vanilla in that scrimmage, didn't have a set offensive line nor defensive front seven. DeAntoine says they stopped Chroma last season.
Who was that?
Carver.
And what?
The scrimmage.
Jeff, what my headline say?
We talking about practice.
We still talking about practice. Thank you. Promo wasn't trying to go hard in no dang on scrimmage. Man, cut it out.
DeAntoine said Thursday tell us when will Cedar Grove be back.
Next year.
Mr. Wynn says a real game situation. Oscar is replying to Mr. Wynn. He says a real game situation Lee would have lost. He made it to him about 7 times. A real game, he would have been sacked. Game ended 14-14. Mr. Pollard said, if it's BS, tell me a AA school that should be in the top 25 that's not a private school. I'll wait.
Nobody.
What is
No, here's my thing. Here's my thing.
You're saying, but you contradicting yourself because when you said
no, I'm not.
Okay, go
How
ahead.
am I contradicting myself? Because my thing is no school 2A and below deserves to be in the top 25 in the state of Georgia for the simple fact they are not playing outside of their region.
That's what he said, bro. You said bullshit.
Bullshit. I disagree. And now when he said that, he said,
it's the supplies, bro.
Back away from the supplies, Thurston.
Nope, I ain't stepping away from the supplies. I'm staying on because I'm still sticking what I said.
But he already tried dressed like we at Bible study. Talking about stop right there. Like she reading the scripture. He got to expound on what she said.
Put the ball right there.
Later. These comments way behind what's being said. So bottom line is, ain't no 2A school in the state of Georgia outside of a private school gonna be ranked in the top 25 of the state. Let's keep moving.
Okay, let me start. Okay. Okay. Nick says we're playing Rome for the money and to put the state on notice. We coming. I want to see what y'all do this year. Mr.
Hey, bruh,
Good luck.
I'm sorry
Good
to
luck.
tell you, you don't beat Rome this year. I'm sorry.
Okay. Mr. Wynn says that's why Hate Bill's charter schedule is the way that it is. Mars says when Buford had their run from 3A to the top classification, they were nationally ranked.
Oh,
Uh,
whoa. Hold on, Jay. Hold on, Jay.
okay,
Hold on,
Pastor.
Jay.
I'm sorry, Pastor. Go ahead.
So we're gonna talk again. You cannot compare what Buford did to any other school in the state of Georgia because Buford, the run that Buford put on, the performance that they put on, you just can't compare it to any state of Georgia because of what Buford is able to do at Buford. I'm sorry, you just can't do it. No other school in the state of Georgia is gonna do has done it since we know for 24 years. Here's my thing with Buford. If Buford wins which I don't see it happening under Coach Appner right now, but if Buford was to win a state title in 6A again, it would be a beautiful thing. But I don't see it happening because that means Buford has won a state title at every classification in the state of Georgia. Do understand, Buford is in a different category than any and every other high school in the state of Georgia because of how they are situated with the Buford school system. Understand that. Buford school system allows them to move to do and maneuver the way they need to make all of their athletic programs, not just football, but all their athletic programs successfully. So do not bring Buford up into this conversation
Okay.
because Buford cannot be in this conversation. They're in their own galaxy, in their own universe.
Mr. Body, welcome to the podcast. You said he's right. Let us know who he is. I don't know if you're talking about thirsty or not. Let me go ahead and get through these comments so we can go and get off. I'm already I'm
Oh, I'm having
already
fun tonight. Shit, I'm ready for next week. We
clearly
get through this 3 days a week next week. Shit, I'm ready.
clearly. And I hadn't had my dinner yet.
Me neither.
Sequoia played an injured Gainesville team. The running back got into a car crash, and a Woodward team that was not as good as the year before. Sequoia is definitely good, but not consistent with the loss to Pope. Not sure top 25 in the state. Um,
But they're playing top 25 teams in the state, so you cannot deny that to them. And that's why they are sitting where they're sitting at when you look at Sequoia on Max Prep's poll, which we have already agreed earlier tonight. Max Prep poll is full of shit, but
mhm.
they're sitting at 24.
Mr. Goolsby says Coffee's running back has 700 yards against Sequoia, 72-48. Coffee beat Fitzgerald by 2 points. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Fletcher. Yeah, Mr. Yeah, Alvin. He got that oil in him. He gonna keep it in there too, sir. Nick says nobody wants to play us now that's higher. Trust me, coaches ask and they say it's not beneficial for them. So sometimes it's hard to get the tougher competition. Yeah, Mr. Pollard, just shake your head, baby. That's what we do. What's going on, Obadiah? I don't know if I told you hello, friend. How are you? Miss Reese says it was Sprayberry who lost to Pope, not Sequoia, but I still hold my opinion. Let's see. I'm not finna go there with you. Y'all, Carvin, I mean, we're not getting thirsty started again. Nick said keep that same
Oh, no,
energy.
no, hold on. Austin, this ain't my poll now. This Max Prep, so don't put me. I didn't make this. We did. Hey, hold on. If I ain't mistaken, FNL did their own private poll, right?
We did. We did.
Okay, and we did our individual 2A poll for public schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I swear we had Carver Columbus at number one when we did our preseason poll. But
Uh,
anyway, keep on. Keep it
Nick,
moving.
okay, Nick says, trust me, we hear the news. Last year was a fluke. You lost this and that. We snuck up on them. You ain't running the ball. And our secondary has a major chip on their shoulder. I'm actually interested. Do y'all go back up to Rome or do they come to Lions? Let me know. Steven says he watched both teams last season. He's talking about Carver and Lee. And what you saw in that scrimmage wasn't what Lee County put on the field to go 13-1.
Oh, we know that.
Mr. Pollard says Buford beat Bowden in 2001 in single A for the championship with the same talent they have now. Crazy.
Huh?
Uh,
Huh? Who
I
was the
don't know.
quarterback? Hold on. Hold on. Who's the quarterback in 2001 for Buford? Because I don't think they had this level of quarterback play at Buford. Buford
We
has
don't.
a Buford has a great quarterback play. They just need some receiver that he can throw to.
I wonder what it is and why they just haven't gotten any receivers that can do the job. Because if they can get everything else, they should be able to get a receiver. We're
Because
gonna.
Brian Applin is stuck on the run game. He keeps a quality back. He keeps at least two quality backs at Buford
Mhm.
year in and year out. It's him adapting to the way the game is changing and bringing in receivers because let's be real, for the last 4 years, no, I'm gonna say 3 years, he's had a above average great quarterback at Buford. Just hasn't had anybody for him to throw to. Both
Mm.
of the Rayola boys haven't had a quality receiver slash tight end to throw to. That's what it comes down to when it's Buford. It's the passing game. And I'm gonna I'm gonna stand on my receipt for 6A. 2,500 yard, 25 touchdowns.
Mhm.
If Buford quarterback cannot put that up, they're not gonna win a state title.
Let's see. Let me read these. Good night, Mr. Robert. We're gonna have to make Wednesday like Friday. Nah, Friday night will come soon enough because we finna get off of here. Mr. Lane, how you doing? Cook Hornet checking in. Cook versus Berrien season opener at home. We wish you the best of luck. Glad all is well. Obadiah, Mr. Curtis, Irwin Indians checking in. Let us know how y'all did in your scrimmage or what you saw because I mean y'all took a pretty bad loss. Well, it's practice, but I'm just saying. I don't think from what I heard, I don't think y'all were pleased with your showing. So you just let me know what you think. Christian Williams, welcome to the podcast. He said, let's see, Creekside has been in the semifinals or finals for the last 3 years, and the entire team's returned this year, but they're not they're not top 25. Okay. You
Oh, you gotta talk
actually,
to Max. You gotta talk to Max Prep on that one.
yeah, I honestly, I think I personally I think you got a legitimate gripe. I don't know if they're holding that whole you going out of state and getting beat to sleep against you. I don't think they should because it's not like you went out there and played some scrubs. You actually played like nationally ranked teams. So I think you got a legitimate gripe. But this is Max Preps, and again, don't worry about it. Only thing that worries that only thing that you should be worried about is whether or not you're holding up the trophy at the end of the season, and I think you have a good chance to do that. What's cap, Mr. James? Buford did some heavy recruiting and got one of our wide receivers. Oh, okay, so Buford does have some wide receivers, so that might change some things Thursday. So
I'm gonna see next week. I'm gonna see next week when they play Middleton on ESPN.
we will see. So that's that, guys. Thank y'all so much. We kind of went over tonight, and look like um two of us dropped off, but that's okay. We appreciate y'all so much for listening to us tonight. Next week is the official first week. We got some scrimmages this Friday. Next week is our official first week And we will be coming to you on Mondays and Wednesdays around 7ish, and Fridays after the game around 11ish. For those of you who don't know, Friday nights are Say It With Your Chest. We get a little bit more raunchy on Friday nights, surprising. Um, but we thank y'all so much for listening to us, and make sure that y'all come back Monday so that we can talk. Our friend the wizard will come back, and we'll be talking about our predictions. So anything else, people, y'all got to say?
Nope. I'm ready to go to
Enjoy the
bed so I can
county.
get up and go to work in the morning.
Mr. Shield says, let's start a fantasy league Thursday. You heard him. Thanks, Alvin. We appreciate it.
Hey, hold on. Wait. Hold on. As long as you got $50 to put in towards it, and you don't mind giving it to me, because I'm gonna win, because I don't want my fantasy league the past 3 years in a row. I can bring you in.
So he talking about a new fantasy league. No more drinks tonight. But honey, he gonna have about 2 more before he go to bed. But that's wishful thinking. He said hopefully he'll be at the Southwest Cab game. Okay.
I ain't got no reason to bet no side with the cat,
Oh,
man.
shut up. He gonna get with you about the uh the um the fantasy
Fantasy.
league. And good night. Zach said he'll join. So like Friday Night Lights, y'all put that out there. We'll talk about it again Monday. So y'all get your people together and see if we can
You
start
know
a
what?
fantasy league. I don't know
You
nothing
know
about
what?
this.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up. FNL Fantasy Football League. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up on NFL.com. I got you. I got it.
Okay,
Look
Thursday
for.
will do it.
Yep. Look for it on the page within the next 7 days.
All right.
I
All
got.
right,
I
guys.
actually got a life and things I got to do. So
Yes, he does. He really
give
does.
me 7 days. Give me 7 days.
He has a life. And I want to say, what was I finna say? Hell, I can't even think because I'm tired. Y'all have a good night, and we will see y'all on Monday.
I'm just waiting for you to tell me what to do.
Push the guy.